Hi everyone. Oh gosh, we got a lot of good folks already online. Mark, glad to see you back, Doc. Glad to see you too here, Mark. Rex's Game Files. Looking forward to a Monday when we get to play on the server with Doc. Okay, okay. There's a vote for getting on the server again, Robert. How tricks across the pond? How's tricks across the pond? Mark asks. Okay. Not quite sure how to answer that one, but I suppose they're good. Gallagrim says, good morning, Doc and friends. Remdoc subscribed to Tier 1 for 6 months in advance. 6 months in advance, he says. Subscribed for 2 months, currently on a 2-month streak, and that's going to keep him live for up to 8 months. Way, way cool. Way, way cool. Thanks, Remdog. Appreciate you being here. And Zach1223Z says, hey, Doc. Maybe member server with limits? Haha. I'm wishing I were in Hawaii today with Blue Hawaiian for my monster drink. We actually have a rainy day outside. Not expected to be thundery. Not expected to be... Oh, Trumpkin, Tier 1. They've been on for 6 months, currently on a 6-month streak. It's great. Great. We've got a hype train started. We're 62% into a hype train. That's pretty cool. Also appreciate being here, Remdog says. 98X says hi. Smiley face, anyway. I assume that means it's Firelord says morning, Doc. That's great. Great to be here. I'm still trying to recover from Friday and Saturday. Man. Man, I've pulled so many wires and I've poked myself so many times. My hands are just one little poke after another. It's just, ugh.
We spent, about 2 hours troubleshooting a single circuit in one room.
Bless her heart. I've got a... how old is she? She's maybe 15, 16?
I
don't know
think
how old
15.
she is. 15? Anyway, she's wonderful. She's just there. She's the faithful assistant you wish you always had. Anyway, so she was working. And the one thing I forgot to tell her is you got to make sure the ground wires aren't in any close proximity to where they could touch the black or the white. Well, you know, when you're putting together a light can with the old-fashioned white light with the you screw a light bulb into,
With exposed leads on the back.
exposed, yeah, the on the back the white and the black are just screwed in, and it's really easy to forget to push the ground wire that's bare all the way to the back of the can so it doesn't touch that. Well, it took us a while. We had a string of 10 lights that were lighting up with this one circuit, and it took us a long time to figure out which one was giving us a fault because it was tripping the breaker all the time when we turned it off. So anyway, so we finally found it and got that fixed and moved on. But she was trying to get us ahead and wired all 10 of those when I was here recording on Friday so that things would still keep going forward. Bless her heart. I really appreciate it. It just took us a couple hours to get that straightened out and working again, and so we could move forward. And I've got a little bit more wiring to do today. So, yeah, oh boy, diagnosis party. Yeah, exactly. So, Kitsune Lord 91 says, how you doing today, Doc? I'm doing pretty good. Few little aches and pains from going up and down ladders all day on Friday and Saturday. Worked from about 7:30 in the morning till about 5 in the afternoon on Saturday, just going up and down the ladder wiring lighting. Oof. She wired most of the outlets, so she she can get down on the floor and enjoy doing the outlet right in front of her. Me crouching down that far is worse than me climbing up ladders. So I took the ladders and she took the other thing. So we do have 27 folks watching us at this point. So we're doing good. Um, Today should be a relaxing day. It will be up until 1 o'clock, and then I'll try to go get a couple more lights. My deadline is tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, evening. The sheetrockers come on Wednesday morning and button it all up, so I can't do any more wiring in the walls after Wednesday. So trying to get everything on the main floor. It's the main floor that we're working on right now. So anyway, so go ahead and switch to my main screen. Hey, creaking sounds come with HDoc. Yeah, that's so true, so true. Go ahead and flip to my
Nutritional protocol update.
Oh.
You are now authorized to consume 1 Butterfinger. This is not a reward. It is a calculated morale adjustment.
Okay.
Do not attempt to exceed the quota. Consequences will be both immediate and sticky.
All righty. Well, we redeemed Butterfinger. Okay. And it does not look like it went into pause mode.
Good.
So hopefully the next one will come through just fine.
And you hit the button so it goes in your earbuds instead of the speaker?
Yes, that would be a good idea, huh?
Mm-hmm. So it's Firelord says, I'm sorry if I missed it, but what were the lights for?
But what were the lights for?
Yeah, that
Oh,
Lottie was installing. Yeah.
my daughter, with her 9 and soon to be 10 children, are building inside a barn, an old horse barn that we have been working since last summer to deconstruct and then reconstruct as a house. So we did all the tearing down during the summer last summer, and in the fall we started building it back up with getting a new cement floor all the way across that was level all the way across the house, and just starting to do the framing. Well, we're to the point now where we've done all the framing. We've got the roof. We've got all the windows in. We've got the Tyvek all the way around the outside, and we're working on the inside to do all the wiring and the plumbing and all that nonsense that has to happen to make a house livable. And so at this point, I've been working on the wiring, and Matt's been working on all the plumbing to get everything taken care of. And the sheetrockers come on Wednesday to start sheetrocking at least the first floor. Now, part of the challenge is that they needed the equity in their old house in order to build this house. So they had to sell their old house. So now they have all their stuff here, and most of it's inside the house. Some of it's just outside the house, but we're having to move that around and keep things clear so the sheetrockers and various people can do their work. So anyway, that's what the wiring is about. Doc Solo, build a house. Yes, Doc. This is the second house I've completely, top to bottom, done the electrical for.
Yeah.
I remodeled a house when Robert was younger, teenager, and he was my assistant then and does a great job. So I did all the plumbing and the electrical on that house, and then had people come in to do the finish work because I'm horrible at finish work. So Cornman is here. So hello, people, he says. There we go. I figured out what I was doing wrong with the overflow spitters mergers on my wall. Mall, pardon me, not his wall, his mall. I had a merger rotated incorrectly. I was able to catch it when I rewatched your short about it. Good. I put them in the wrong direction all the time. So you'll see me oftentimes putting all these row mergers or splitters down, and then all of a sudden I realize, they're all turned the wrong direction. I have to destroy them all, turn them all the right direction stuff.
The best part is when you actually made a mistake the second time, and then you have to disconnect it the second time and redo it the same way you did the first time.
Yeah, that's so true.
But I say that from experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not immune.
Okay.
Well, let's take you to the game. Right?
Yeah, let's do the game. Now, what you see on the screen is me trying to remap my my gamepad so that I can use this right here as keyboard function. This should be WAS. Somehow that one got an S instead, a D, an A instead. So I'm going to save that. So I can use the this pad as the controls for moving the character, and these 10 up here for my row of hotkeys. And I'm going to try, I'm focusing on getting better at using hotkeys instead of constantly using the menus and wasting that kind of time. I can look down at my hotkeys, hit the right key, and move on. I'm hoping. That's the goal anyway.
So today's going to be a little bit rough, remapping your brain.
Yes. Remapping, well, kind of like remapping my brain being upside down with the cursor and then it being upside down.
Oh, they haven't seen that yet.
Oh, that's right. Unless you're a member, you haven't seen that yet. Oh, boy. Yeah, Friday we did some crazy things that will come out in the video here shortly. So this is E, and I remapped it down to here. This is R. What does R do?
Nothing.
Nada.
So while you're getting that remapping done, a couple of comments to me. First off, Solar Flare says, Doc, I don't want to see Doc. I want to see Robert.
Well, Robert,
not today.
Robert is not going to be on stream on video today. What was the reason why, Robert?
Today it's just because I got to get things ready for the subathon we're going to be having. Yes. So let's use that as a good transition. We are going to have a all-day stream on the 8th. So we're going to be starting at 8 a.m. instead of 9 a.m. our time. So 1 hour earlier from whenever that is for you guys. We're going to start 1 hour earlier. And we are going to stream for the normal 4 hours plus however long extra normal standard subathon rules, any memberships and stuff that happen during that time will extend how long we play. Doc is willing to play up to 12 hours on Monday, and then we'll come back on Tuesday, do our normal 4 hours and any additional time.
Okay. So I've got the second row redone. I've got the keyboard function there. I've got the jump there and jump here. So both of these are going to allow me to jump.
Okay.
The scroll, don't do anything with the scroll, right?
Right.
And these down here, crouch is down here still.
And your sprint. Shift is sprint.
Shift is sprint. I don't think Z and X do anything. And I don't think, well, I've got an errant S here.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what to do with that. And I've got an F. I'm not, what is F again? F does something.
Dismantle.
Dismantle. I've got to start using that.
So that's Central U.S. time. So for us, it's 9:22. And we started 20 minutes ago. On the 8th, we'll be starting at 8 a.m. So an hour and 20 minutes prior to right now on the 8th.
Yep.
So
and we'll have a basic set of rules that when we get a subscription, it'll add a certain amount of time to the end. Robert is working on a timer that he'll put in the upper corner so you see how much longer is left in the stream based on how much time I started with 4 hours, how much time is left there. Plus how much time people have added to it by either subscribing or buying time with me or Robert. We're going to have a store up by then. At least that's the plan.
Yeah.
We're going to have a store up by then where you can go to the store and you can buy an hour of our time just to be one-on-one and just to have fun, hang out together, do whatever. Which means play the game, play any game you want, just talk, whatever. Just one-on-one time. And that'll be in the store as a digital download. September 8th, 8 a.m. CST. Robert just posted in the YouTube chat.
And we're going to have some special activities happening all week long that we'll talk about as soon as we get the schedule firmed up. Hopefully tomorrow during our stream we'll be able to share with you the full thing. We are going to torture at least me and Garrett with very hot stuff. Hopefully Garrett more than me. I generally like hot stuff more than him, but we're gonna both be tortured and get some special story time with Doc and get Doc to play a couple of extra other games besides just Satisfactory as well. So hopefully it'll be a couple of days full of activities and fun and
Mm-hmm.
craziness.
I think I'm gonna put Crouch there. I'll have Crouch in two places. Now, I always found it awkward to reach down to this key.
Okay.
So I'm going to put Crouch there and see how that works. So dismantle and E to, that's opening the bags. The tab function.
So we will do a 12-hour time limit per day. So we're going to go from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at maximum and then start again the next day. So
Yeah, so if we have any leftover time from the first day, it'll be tacked on to the 4 hours that we normally do on Tuesday. And then redemptions during Tuesday will be half of what they are the previous day. But you could keep me going just with half of what we determine is going to be the case on Monday. So it should be pretty cool. Should be fun. Okay. Now, how do you change, Robert?
yes, sir.
How do you change that?
That color, or how do you change that?
How do you change this on the fly without having to come into the software?
Right. So on the left-hand column there, you're not doing a keyboard function. You're doing a switch profile, or switch key map. Sorry, right above that. Switch key map.
Okay.
So you need to select which key. Okay, so right now you're selected on a particular key that you already mapped to your keyboard function. So in the image on the right,
Yeah.
you're currently selected on one of your keys.
Right.
So C is about to be mapped to switch key map. So let's click on a key that you want to use to switch
Well,
key map.
these two X and Z.
Okay.
So now go to key map function.
Yep.
Okay, why can't I see it? Switch key map.
There you go.
And
So that'll go to a switch. I would just say cycle. And instead of switch to specific one, just click cycle.
so this one now is going to allow me to
Yep.
switch key maps.
Now what you'll want to do is go into the other key map and assign that same key to cycle as well. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And this is escape and space. What is it? Oh, that's right. That's why I had.
Weird. For some reason, Gottlegrim's being served an ad on Twitch, even though he's subscribed.
That's weird.
That should definitely not be happening.
No.
I don't like that at all. Okay, we had some other questions for you. Yeah, actually, first, Rex said he's a residential commercial plumber, but he's also done HVAC and electrical. It is useful knowing many trades.
Well, we have an HVAC system going in, and wow. I mean, we have a 200 amp service coming in, and I am really, really worried because they put two 5-ton systems. They're putting two 5-ton systems in, and they're taking up four 220 60 amp and two 220 30 amp breakers in my box. Well, you do the math a little bit there. He's just taking up 300 amps out of my 200 amp service.
That math isn't mathing.
It isn't mathing.
No.
And I am really, really worried that the HVAC guys have just blown our ability to even function without getting more service to the house, which is going to require a work order to the electric company to redo the lines from the trunk all the way to our property and then into our property. So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to even survive that. So, okay. I'm going to close this, and this, yeah, it works. It works. It works. The remap, I mean, the key binding thing. So when I accidentally flip this, it's going to get all messed up. Alrighty. Alright, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do here.
Okay. We got a technical question.
Uh-huh. I've got a technical question too.
What's that?
How do I jump and move at the same time if I need my thumb for both functions?
So, the way I would...
Put it on my mouse. How do I put it on my mouse?
I don't know what... Do you use software for your mouse?
With the Microsoft mouse, yeah. A Logitech mouse, I would assume I can.
Yeah, but it's also ancient as the hills, right?
I don't know. It's the Windows software that comes.
Yeah, it's not going through like the Razer Cortex type software. It just is.
Well,
Map it in game for now, and then we'll find a better solution later.
map it in game.
Yeah. So, not vehicles, not equipment, not build, player.
Why don't they have it in alphabetical order?
It should be there. Great. You can't rebind jump.
Player movement. Jump. There's jump.
Oh, good.
Jump is spacebar. Let's see if I can. Okay. Do I select it? Press key to rebind. Nope. Can't rebind it here.
Is it that it won't take the input from your mouse?
It won't take the input from my mouse to
No.
rebind. So, in other words, I need to.
We need to go back to Razer and. Okay, we're getting a bit behind on chat. Apologize, guys.
Yes, we are. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead.
Little kid says, "Hello, Doc. Technical question.
Okay.
Can you help me with pipes and fluids? I built a turbo fuel generator plant. The calculation works out, but some of the generators don't. I seriously don't know anymore."
Okay. Where's the problem? Is the problem being the fuel is not getting to the machine?
Is it specific machines? Is it at the end of the line? Yeah, any details about which part isn't working would be helpful.
Great. It doesn't even show that it had the right mouse.
Yeah. I bet you that the drivers aren't installed for that mouse specifically to allow it to use the extra buttons.
Although it does. And
Would it be
if I click, well, no, it doesn't. Doesn't you do anything with those buttons?
Would it be okay if you're could you do the jump as one of those extra buttons on the bottom row there?
Probably gonna have to.
Okay.
So let me. I did, so I can put the jump down there on the X or Z button that wasn't being used. Okay, so let me hit this so I can get to that.
Okay. Then little kid asked, "Robert, are you excited for Silk Song?" I am actually one of the rare few who have not played Hollow Knight. I'm sure Garrett is. He loved Hollow Knight, so I'm sure he'll enjoy it. And Bella Chan says, "Congrats on 100K, Doc and Robert."
You're welcome. I mean,
Well,
thank you. Okay, we're rebinding that to space and
Okay.
saving. So this key down here becomes my jump. And
Okay.
let's see if it's even reasonable to do that.
Okay. Gollum says, "I wonder if the real reason Robert isn't streaming with Doc is because of the Wheel of Doom he's still under contract for." Well, Let's not spoil things too much. So if we do a Minecraft event for the Subathon, we'll load up a world to do that with, and I think we probably should do a
Yeah.
Minecraft event for that.
Yeah, we should.
So-
For some reason that never came up in the subject matter.
I was kind of thinking about it this morning, but time ran away. That's why we were 5 minutes late, is because Doc and I were still chatting about everything. So he says, yeah, my issue is that the fuel isn't getting to the last 4 generators, and they consume more than they get. Double check how much fuel you're trying to send through those pipes. Are you over the limit of 300 or 600?
Yeah, how much total fuel are all your generators trying to pull from that one pipeline?
And just creating a loop might be the solution there.
Yep. Putting one of your inputs at the back end rather than all of them trying to get through at the front end.
And little kid, that crown comes from YouTube's new engagement farming. They keep track now who chats the most. So you're number 1, and it's probably Rex and Mark Griffin who are also up top, because all 3 of you guys have been chatting quite a bit. So Caden Miller notes that his Logitech mouse has its own little app for it. So there may be a Logitech app that'll
Oh
get those
yeah,
2 buttons
I
working
know
for
that
you.
there's Logitech drivers for them. Yes, definitely. It's just they're not installed.
He's using the trackball that has been out of production for 20 years?
No.
25?
Good heavens. You sure know how to insult a guy. I love the fact that you can jump these things.
Yeah. So, and Rex notes that play button's coming soon.
Yeah, it is.
I know we made some progress on that. Have we gone Are we waiting for their review, or
We need to go back into the site and
take a look?
take a look.
Sure.
Because I had something pop up on my studio on my mobile phone
Yeah.
that led me to believe that they needed me to do something. Okay, fine. Okay, what happened now? Left and right works, but forward doesn't.
Did you hit the button for?
No,
To
it
change.
still says that it's...
It's still green.
Yeah, forward and back don't work anymore. Left and right are working fine. Forward and back aren't working.
Okay, and the light is still green.
And the light is still green.
Okay, can you switch it to orange and back to green again?
Yes.
Okay. Can you close the record menu and try going?
Close the record menu.
Yeah, in game. Press Q in game.
Oh,
I don't know if that's
how did I get the record menu up?
okay, exit the V. I don't know if it's because of the game or if it's because of the game. Oh, it's fuel. Thank you. You just out of fuel. Leo and Garp got it.
Oh, come on. Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
Yep, remapping day. Yay.
All right, I guess it's gonna get just hard fuel.
Okay, Doc.
Well, okay.
This is from Cornman.
Oh no,
What do you call a dog that's deaf and blind?
a deaf and blind dog. What
It
else
doesn't-
would you call it?
It doesn't matter. The dog won't come. Mark, no, this is not the one we were committed to comply. This is Duck Solo. I'm not involved. We're fine. This is the world where we get to just look at watch Doc struggle, not me and Doc. Especially as he struggles with brand new keybinds. which I don't envy.
Well, Robert's encouraging me to use my, hotkeys more. I think that's a great idea. The question is, at what price? It's all kinds of, humor for the. Oh, come on.
All kinds of humor.
Oh, stop turning when I'm not telling you to turn. Oh, this is crazy. How do you drive a truck?
Okay, looks like Zach's got to head out to do some work. Should be back before the stream's over.
Alrighty. Look forward to seeing you then. Okay.
Chingo says, so I think I might have found where the water in my house was coming from, but it may take a few more days until I know for sure, as I'm no expert in the subject. Best of luck. A couple of guys I've been playing Dune with are closer to your generation,
Uh-huh.
Don. And most of them, or several of them, have moved over to using a controller. They find it to be themselves to be a lot more comfortable than trying to use mouse and keyboard. Although they all admit that there was a rough transition period, learning and figuring out how.
So crouch is the key above jump.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting. Okay. Where's my build menu? There's my build menu. And transport. Okay, I don't have. Okay.
Oh,
Monorail train technology. I need to unlock in order to get trains.
that's right. Yeah, we were going to swap over to using trains instead of doing the truck stations.
Exactly. Now I'm clear over here. After that horrendous display of driving skill.
Yeah.
Take a quick break and eat my Butterfinger.
Okay. So Rex said I should quietly watch the stream. Whenever I do, I get assigned to work. Have fun. Hey, my pups watch the stream, and have a great day, everyone.
Chinko's making fun of me.
Yeah. So Chingo says, yeah, the water's still leaking, but at least not from outside as I was thinking originally. It looks like as if it's not this, and the water's using osmosis from the ground instead of from the hot water heater, which was the first thing I looked at. Go figure.
Weird.
And he says, making fun of Doc? Me? Never. Just a mere observation.
Oh, just a mere observation. That's it. Okay.
That's funny.
Well, I definitely need trains. I'm definitely not gonna do well trying to put together a truck route on the first day when I'm trying to use a D-pad. I'm driving slow mode. I'm not driving accelerated this time. And it's going a little bit better.
Cornman asks, has Doc seen the I Like Trains song?
The I Like Trains song.
Sounds like the answer is no.
I don't think I have.
Okay. It doesn't sound familiar to me either. You need some better fuel, Doc.
Very definitely need better fuel. Okay.
Oh, he says it was a thing about 13 years ago. Okay.
Can I just switch back to doing it the way I was doing it before? Thanks.
Oh, yeah, it's going to take a bit.
Thank you for suggesting that we remap a different key binding rather than just... Okay. I need reinforced iron. I need the encased industrial beams, so let's go get a bunch of those. I was hoping to hop on that conveyor, but...
Chingo says it's coming out from the bottom of the hot water heater.
Ooh.
So I was thinking at first that it was just accumulated under it or whatnot. That's the only spot within all the areas that water was found. And it's the only one with water, even though I wet vacked it out.
Okay. Come on up. It's okay. There you go, girl. Unauthorized feline in the vicinity. Okay.
Mark
Oh,
Griffin
she's a little bit
says,
wet. It must be raining outside.
yeah. Mark Griffin says, I'll leave it on to aid the numbers, Doc, but it's tea time. So, steak and cheesy chips.
Steak and cheesy chips?
That sounds good.
Okay. All right, let's see. I've got steel beams in here, but I don't have any, no. Steel beams.
One of my favorite meals when I was in California. I had it 3 or 4 times. First off, it was the closest hole-in-the-wall restaurant to where I was living. So, you know, it made it good.
It made it
It made it convenient.
convenient. Okay, not necessarily good, but
Right.
convenient.
But
Okay.
they would only serve you in a takeout container. Okay? The big styrofoam squares, right?
Okay.
And they fill the entire thing, the entire bottom layer with, an inch or two deep of fries that were fresh cut fried.
Okay.
Then over the top they do a whole layer of meat, and it was I don't remember the name of it. They were strips of meat, so it wasn't a hamburger meat. It was strips of beef
Okay.
that had been fried. And then over the top of that, they put on like at least a whole cup, if not more, of guacamole on top,
Oh my.
and a whole bunch of sauce. And
Sounds like my kind of place.
oh my gosh, it was huge. And here I was, early 20s, and I could not finish it in one sitting. Okay, and it was like $5. It was like, oh, yeah, it was a lot like a fajita, except it was on a bed of fries instead of on a tortilla or anything, right? Oh my gosh, it was the best.
Okay.
With, of course, a whole bunch of cheese on everything. Anyway, sorry. Mark mentioned steak and cheesy chips, and that's what came to mind. It was definitely not. Chingo says convenient, but also and tasty, which is good, even though it may not be good for you. No.
Yeah, it was not very
No.
good for him. No.
I'm pretty sure that each one of those took a year off my life. But
Each one of those took a year off your life. Okay. Oof. That's bad.
yeah, it was something.
Okay. So let's look at, we got 73 steel beams. We got a few more steel beams to accumulate there. Now let's look at pipe.
I think one of our filters got knocked a bit because Does it sound like to you guys that our carne asada fries? Yeah. Yes, that's what it was. Thank you, Spencer, right? It's been way too long. Yeah, carne asada fries. Our sound is peaking quite often.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you guys are hearing that on your end, or if we... So it looks like one of our filters just isn't working. Dumb cats sleeping on things, turning knobs all the time.
They don't turn knobs by laying on it, Robert. He whiz.
I'm going to continue to blame them as long as it means I don't have to take the blame.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I'm sure that's the point. As long as you don't have to take the blame, you just keep it right up.
Okay. Corman says the sound is fine.
Okay.
I think. Now I can't hear you. I didn't change anything yet. What do you mean? I didn't touch anything.
It's the button I touched. Okay.
I didn't.
I turned my editor off. Ha ha.
Okay, Art and Soleimani's here again. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello. Good to see you.
Yeah, little kid, continue asking questions as you kind of...
As you troubleshoot it, yeah,
troubleshoot
just
it.
keep working on it.
Yep.
Are there any stators in here? No. Any stators in here? So let's go to the crafting bench. And let's see how many motors I can make. 83. That might actually get me far enough to finish that. While the pipes and the beams continue to grow in the depot. What? Rest in peace. No, I'm not. I cannot hear you. Something wrong with Robert's audio?
What? What do you mean something wrong with my audio?
Sounds like nobody can hear you.
What?
Can anybody hear you? Hear Robert today?
Like, unfortunately, we're in the same room, so sometimes my audio bleeds over to his.
Very quiet. So your mic is your mic not put over toward you? Sounds normal for me. Yeah, I'm hearing you scratch.
Okay, they're just trolling now, Doc. They're just... We can hear him, but it's not like usual. What?
We can hear him.
And
They
you can
are
hear him,
like
it's worse.
technological monk.
Oh, I...
Welcome to you, Art and Suleimani. Okay, we can hear you, but
It's Spencer can hear him. See,
not
look,
like usual.
what is going on here? I can hear myself when I put my earbud in, and you can hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Do you think they're just giving you a hard time?
I think they have to be.
Okay. You can go ahead and believe that.
He keeps going through low and then normal. Maybe it's a feedback system? I'm gonna put my headset on and pop up in our actual stream so I can find out what's going on here.
Okay. I never said I can't hear you. I just think the audio is quieter than it was earlier. I might be wrong though.
Gone but never forgotten. Oh, God, you guys are terrible.
Oh gosh.
And Firelord says everything's fine.
Okay, I have 43. Yeah, I still need more. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pop open this stream.
Okay. You're gonna investigate Okay, we have quite a running battle going between Twitch and YouTube. We got 28 on YouTube, 26 on Twitch. We were running 27 and 27 there for a bit. So there's a real running battle as to who's going to have the most viewers. That's pretty cool. Okay, don't trouble yourself. It's not that bad. It's okay, little kid says. Is
Well,
little kid really a little kid? Do we know for sure?
he's definitely a Clippy. Good question. When I listened to the stream, it seemed fine enough. I will take a look at all the dials after stream. See if we can get it better next time. So, Cornman is definitely trolling. Yes. Definitely.
Okay. All right. Pretty soon I'll have enough motors to finish this, and then I'll check for beams and pipes. I'd have to make some beams and pipes.
Hopefully not.
I hope not. But I've got a bunch of steel here. I can make beams and pipes. So
The motor actually takes 13 hits to craft instead of 12. It's the only item I know that gets an extra hit when it says 0.
yeah, there's several. I mean, there's several different philosophies on
Weird.
how to count things. Whether to take it away at the very beginning of the crafting or to take it away at the very end of crafting. I've got one game that takes it away the opposite of this game, and it's really kind of weird to go cross over between them. So let's go ahead and see what I can drop off in here as far as motors go, and that gets me the 250 with 2 left over. So all right, let's see what I've got available in the. Okay, I've got 300 available in there, and then let's go down here.
And Lexi's here. Says, hiya, Robert and Doc.
Hi, Lexi.
Good to have you.
Yeah. Okay, we've gotten.
Mark has
You
4,500 motors if you need them.
Oh, okay, yeah, just send them on over.
Yep.
Just send them on.
Okay, Cornman refreshed his Twitch app and he says everything's fine now. Good, good.
Okay, I need to make some steel pipe beams. Let's go make some beams first. Well, I can't make enough beams and I can't make enough steel pipe. Neither one. But I need more steel pipe than I need beams. I'll let the Dimensional Depot handle the beams. Then I can put a train line in. Have I unlocked blueprints yet in this world? Need to check that. I'd really love to blueprint some.
Yeah, don't think so. I think it's a little bit longer.
You don't think so?
No. I think it was actually Lexi who did a run with blueprints unlocked from the start or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, she did. Kitsune Lord 91 says, "Can steel beams resist the memes?" I don't know that it can. I don't know that it can. All right, I have now used all of my steel. It's a matter of now kind of waiting on the Dimensional Depot.
Spencer asks, why is it that some items can only have 50 in a stack while others can have 500?
That's a very good question. I think it's an arbitrary desire to torture the game player.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Give me 500 in a stack. Then I can do 2 stacks in the depot instead of 50 for motors. Um, you know?
I think it has more to do with the size of the item.
Oh, really? You think so?
Uh-huh. Things like screws that are supposed to be small.
You mean
stacked
there's
larger
you
amounts.
think that there's a logic behind it?
I
Come
think,
now,
I
Robert.
think there is a degree of logic that is then tempered by game design.
I don't know. I just don't know. You know? Tempered by game design. Really?
I thought that sounded intelligent.
Yes, it coming out of you, definitely. Oh. Hey, Robert,
Yeah.
you can never win with the old man. You can never win.
You know, that was a term I never called you.
Old
Never
man?
said that.
Yeah, you never have you?
Dog says, me casually fitting 500 bags of concrete in my back pocket. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. 500 bags of concrete in your back pocket. Just carry it on your back. It's amazing how much you can carry around in this game. Okay, I'm slowly getting rid of all my junk. Junk. All right, come on. Am I gonna handcraft everything? Oh, looks like we got some more. Yeah, are things getting stocked? Who's laughing at what? No pipes.
Gobblegrub says, Doc spicy today. Here, enjoy this, Robert.
System
pipes, no
notice.
conveyors.
Liquid logistics have been deemed too efficient. To maintain viewer satisfaction, all pipe placement systems are now offline.
That includes no
Duration is 10
manufacturing
minutes.
pipes.
Please enjoy. Notice, conveyor privileges suspended. Viewer analysis reveals high amusement in your inefficient transport methods. Conveyor
Yes.
belt construction has been disabled for 10 minutes. Please consider alternative, less effective solutions. Your struggle is being closely monitored and deeply appreciated.
There we go, Doc. Enjoy your 10-minute timeout.
Yeah, obviously I've been a bad boy.
Go play the Packager Deluxe, whatever that's called.
That sounds like a wonderful amusement. Okay, we're almost there. All right. Oh, not on that side of the building.
Productive Packer Deluxe.
Okay.
By the way, this is the kind of feature that tells me that the developers are fun. That they enjoy what they do.
Well, I just blew that.
It's a silly game.
Of course it's a silly game.
Cornman says, still waiting on Geoguessr. That's a good fit.
You can't flip these around, though, unfortunately.
No. No, none of these are good.
Exactly. Times 4 if I can fill that one.
Gotta go quicker than that. Little kid asks, why does Robert call Doc by his name and not Dad?
Do you do that, Robert?
I call you Doc. I don't know. before streaming, I only ever called him Dad. Okay, you gotta beat that.
I gotta beat that.
Yeah, you gotta beat that.
So do I go here to beat that?
No, still level 1. You gotta get above 400.
I've got to get above 400.
Yeah. Yeah, just getting those times 4s is gonna get you there. Nah, not doable. You're done.
Interesting.
And Megalith is here.
Good. Glad to see Megalith here.
The Vocalix is working perfectly. It's been great.
So far.
Haven't had to restart it at all. And yeah. Oh, come on. Can we just get a standard L?
Can't get anything else to fit. Oh. Then
Yeah.
Let's go around now. And I need one on its back here.
I guess I started calling him Doc because it felt weird being here on stream calling him Dad. I don't know why. It was weird. So 1 second.
Okay, I beat it. Are
There
you
you
happy
go.
now?
That's 3 stars. Nice.
Okay, so I can move on. Actually, I need to go check on my real work here.
Well, you got 5 minutes left in the no conveyors. So.
5 minutes left on no conveyors.
Yep.
All right, I need to check on pipes. Okay, let's check on pipes.
Mark Griffin says, "We are older than the internet, more wise than Google, and know how to get around without GPS."
Yes, that's true. I can now do trains, folks.
Milestone reached. Trains are excellent for efficiently moving
And
vast
Dragon Lord
quantities
Luther
of
just
parts.
subscribed with
Train
Prime.
logistics can be
Alrighty,
made more
thank you for
precise
coming.
and complex with tools found
Glad
in
to
the
have
railway
you.
signaling milestone. I listen to all my pioneers, often when they're not even aware of it. So due to popular demand, I have added a motivational message. Choo choo,
Choo-choo,
mother.
mother.
Yeah.
She made a call out to her mom. Well, I think do we need industrial manufacturing first, or do we need railway signaling first? I don't think we need railway signaling, and I surely need blueprints.
Yeah, definitely.
But I can't do blueprints until I can
Dang.
do the heavy modular frame. So
Okay.
I had better do this.
So, Dragon Lord Luther, first time chat says, long time fan. Should have done this a long time ago. Sorry.
All right.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Long time fan. Dragon Lord Lord Uther? Lord Uther?
Dragon
Okay.
Lord Uther. Okay. I was reading Luther, but Uther.
Yeah, and then I looked closer and it definitely didn't have an L
Like
in
an
there.
Uther Pendragon.
Yeah, Uther and Pendragon, yeah. Okay, so I need the products that are being made at my factory down there. So I need to get them trained up here, and I need to get a platform built. So let us work the rest of the time on getting those products brought up here.
Okay.
And now I can start connecting. How longer? Oh, I can do conveyors now. The timer's expired.
No, 2.5 minutes.
Okay, so why isn't the timer appearing on my side?
Yeah, it looks like it's a bug. It's still showing on my end, but on your side, it's gone.
Okay. Okay.
And we have a first time chat from Seth. saying, "Hi, Doc. Your shorts were the reason why I finally bought this game."
Well, thank you. It's a great, great game. It can get discouraging, and you can definitely get burnt out on the heavy level of math in it, but it is a great game. Now, part of the challenge though is I don't get burned out on things. Um, I really didn't even ever get burned out on. I don't think I've got burned out on anything except I did get burned out towards the end at Boeing, simply because they were doing stupid things, and I got tired of them just doing stupid things. And now it seems like Boeing can't do anything that it used to be very proficient at.
Hey, your grandkids told you today that stupid's a bad word.
That's true. But stupid is as stupid does, you know, to quote somebody famous.
And first time chat from Shake. You're. What did we leave it, Shake? Says, "Hey, Doc, first time seeing you live. Love your videos."
All right, thanks. And we've had some videos that have done really well. Some couple shorts that have done really well lately. The Mega Meaty Bacon Man video has really hit a soft spot, and just really a lot of people have enjoyed that one. And I'm just thrilled that they did, because Mega Meaty Bacon Man really provides a good sense of entertainment, that's for sure.
Yeah. And Lexi seconds that, saying his video is amazing.
Yeah.
If you guys have seen our short on Mega Meaty Bacon Man and have not seen his own video, I strongly recommend that you go to Doc's short on Mega Meaty Bacon Man, and you look at the top pinned comment. There's a link to his video that he made, teaching people in a way that only he can how to use Infinite Nudge, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, no kidding. If you thought it was a little bit quirky, the positions that some of the things were in our video, then you definitely need to watch his video to find out why.
So, little kid asked, "Does it matter which pipe level I use if I'm producing 300 fluid?"
No, because a Mark 1 pipe does 300. So if 300 is all you're expecting to move, it doesn't matter whether you use a Mark 1 or Mark 2.
And a full pipe is a happy pipe. Full pipes transmit head lift. Partial pipes don't.
Yes, that's for sure.
Andrew says, "I'm getting spammed by reels of you on YouTube. Nice to meet you."
Spammed?
You're all over the place.
That's good.
What's interesting is that we have a certain set of shorts that get shown to people who are new, and we have a different set of shorts that are shown to people who've seen a few and have either subscribed or just haven't subscribed yet. And we can kind of see, because they come in waves of, oh, looks like they're pushing us to new people now, and oh no, but it looks like they're serving some previous customers or previous viewers.
Mm-hmm. Can I do conveyors yet?
Nah.
What?
Nah.
You're arbitrarily choosing whether I can or can't now?
Sure, but
Has the timer expired or has it not?
it has.
All right, so don't, I can tell you're hesitating. I can tell you're just wanting to prolong the agony here.
Okay, I must have said it wrong. A full pipe is a happy pipe. Okay, that's what I was trying to say.
Full pipes are happy pipes, yes. Okay.
Deotter says, "Just another 5 business days, Doc."
Until
Yeah, until what?
Feeling nutty today. Collecting my barrel nuts. Okay, I am going to put down a train. Transportation. Train station. And wow, it's too big to fit in here. Wow, it's almost too big to fit in here. Can you believe that?
Oh, just another 5 business days until you can use belt stock.
Oh, oh, that the way things are.
Yep.
Huh?
And Remdog is saving his points for the subathon.
Okay. We will see how long they are able to keep me online. That'll be interesting because, it'll tell me whether or not, how much they want to keep seeing me, That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna put her there, and I'm gonna see. I need at least 3 freight platforms. So there's one, there's the next one, and there's the next one. Okay, we got 3 freight. Saying that too fast. Oh, 3 freight platforms. Okay. Fantastic. That works. Now I just need to put the train rails on. What?
Cornman tells Remdog that saving points is a good idea. Imagine 3 hours without belts or pipes.
3 hours without belts or pipes?
Yeah, can you imagine them just stacking it?
That's not the kind of saving points we're talking about here.
Oh, okay.
You know.
He says, I could do an hour and 20 minutes without belts, what I have right now. That's when you just go play a different game.
Oh, he's saving his
channel
Twitch points.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gear Michelin's here with his traditional question. Hello there, do you remember me?
Yes. I remember you every time you come on stream that I have not looked up my genealogy again. Okay, here we go. Architecture. I don't have poles. I don't have the ability to make the concrete poles and the foundation pieces, so I'm gonna go buy those because I've got a few coupons that I can use.
Unai says, hey, I'm at the same part of the game as you, and I'm struggling with the train stuff. I don't know why the train keeps derailing when it reaches the station.
Really? Oh gosh. Is that the same kind of phantom thing we had with trucks, you think, Robert?
No.
What happens then?
Well, first they added the buffer stop at the end, or the stop buffer. To prevent it from stopping. If you're driving the train yourself, you need to make sure you have a stop buffer at the end of your track to prevent it from running off the end. But if you have it running automatically, it should never do that. So, is this a manual or an automatic train? A manual or a half? I don't know.
Yeah. Manual, or is it just running? What do you call that? Doggone it. You're making me wonder.
Crew says, look for a switch when one is not supposed to be. Huh. Unai says, there's no end because the rails are like a loop between two stations. Well, there are a loop between two stations, and it keeps derailing. When it reaches the station? Interesting. Is it derailing inside the station itself? When I drive it myself, it doesn't derail, but in automatic it does. So weird. Huh. Interesting. Reek says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, what did I come back here for? I came back here to use the MAM to see if I've got enough coupons to purchase. So let's, I've got 5 printable coupons. Let's print the coupon. See if that's enough to get what I want. Let's go to the awesome shop. Under architecture, I believe. Okay, yes. Definitely, the concrete pillar set is what I want. Good. It has the big pillar support and the big concrete pillar, small concrete pillar. Yes, that's what I want. And I got the structural frame set already. Ventilation bundle. I love those.
Yeah, I think Thack might be correct. It says, is it possible that it's derailing due to speed? That can be it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, a lot of good
fact,
little hints here. Thomas says,
architecture was
recommend
invented
deleting
when
tracks and
people began
reconnecting
building
them.
buildings. If it had been invented
Could have used the blueprint without auto-connecting the tracks. Sheik says, I spent the morning making my first packaged rocket fuel factory. Very exciting. Love using the jetpack with it.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
It's fast. Really high acceleration.
Sometimes hard to control if you're really trying to get to a specific spot, but you know, not impossible, that's for sure. You know, I've got this wimpy solid biofuel at this point. That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of iron mines over this direction. A lot of iron. It's weird. Did one of our printers fire off?
I don't know. Something's turning on. It's not one of our printers, though.
Bruce Spaghetti says, is any part of the train station placed with a blueprint? Not currently. I haven't unlocked.
I think he's talking about Unai's problem.
Oh,
and
Unai's,
he
okay.
confirmed that he didn't use a blueprint for it.
Okay.
But yeah, there has been some issues with the auto connection, and with if you don't auto connect it properly. Some oddities there.
Are you looking for where the sound is coming from?
That is your PC.
Oh, one of my fans decided it's gonna fail this morning. Okay.
It's your detached hard drive. So it's been out for something.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Down here in architecture, we now have big pillar support.
Bruce Spaghetti says, anyhow, Been following your Satisfactory shorts forever. Just on to Twitch so I can follow here.
Alrighty.
Cool. Good to have you.
I thought you could reverse these.
You have to have something to point. Well, press H and spin them.
H and spin it.
Scroll wheel. And then hold shift.
Shift.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now, is that Infinite Nudge that's doing that, or is that the new native?
That's native.
Oh, look at that.
Perfect.
Not quite
It
exactly.
looks great.
Not quite what I wanted there. All right. Now, let's see if I can sport and railway. Oh, you're laughing at something. What's so
Yes.
funny?
Sorry, I finally popped open Discord and looked at what Cornman sent me a while ago. He showed me the "I Like Trains" song. Oh,
Is it as good as advertised?
no, it is brain rot. It is brain rot. It's hilarious, but it's brain rot.
Okay. Hilarious brain rot, Heath calls it. Okay.
Old school brain rot. Yes, Cornman. It's old school brain rot. It's not the new stuff. I struggled to find a good definition for brain rot, except to say a lot of flashing lights, sounds, images, stuff, a lot of chaos, a lot of disordered content, spamming in a way that both rots your brain and is entertaining at the same time.
Come on, where is it? I just want to see it. There we go. That. And I want to hit. Right.
Little kid asks, okay, so for pipes to work properly, I need them to be completely full, or is flow rate independent of that?
Flow rate is independent from how full it is, but if it's going up a hill or up an incline, if the pipe is not full, it just won't go up there until it does fill up.
Yeah.
So
Mark says, the one thing that gets me is you use a pump to get water in, so why can't you use a pipe to get rid of excess water if it's not recyclable to the input? Yeah. You should be able to just dump water. And Zamaru says, good morning, everyone. And yes, we should be allowed to dump anything and everything. Oh, wow, you actually made it up there.
you didn't think I had the skill, or just didn't think I was going to be able to?
I thought the jetpack wouldn't make it. Zamaru says, let us dump crude oil, cowards.
Okay. Oh, going across the desert is such a pain. That's the only bad part about the desert, is the dunes just don't provide you a level surface to do anything on.
Yeah.
Transport. Another railway piece to there. Come on. Okay. Oh, this great. This railway is going to be great when it's done.
When it's done.
But and that's probably going to be too long. Watch it complain that it's too long.
Probably. See, now if you already had the blueprinter unlocked, we could blueprint this, and you could use the auto connect. Nice. Okay.
Okay, not too long. That's good.
Gosh.
Okay. Gosh, what?
Bad jokes in chat. Come on, guys. Be better.
Bad jokes? Is there ever a bad joke if it makes you laugh?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty, let's see if we can do one more section. And there's another section. And we can turn around.
Okay, little kid says, also, if I have a polymorph byproduct from my generator, should I just sink it or use it for other products?
You should probably... Do you have smart splitters unloaded? You probably do. Unlocked, pardon me.
Yeah. You should at least by this point.
Because if you have smart splitters unlocked, then I would definitely use a smart. I would definitely use a smart splitter to fill up a container of it, and then any overflow go to a sink. Because you can use that polymer to make other things like plastic, and plastic is valuable.
In our mega factory, we did set up a plastic line, but a lot of our plastic was just byproduct from our first fuel factory. Our first oil factory. Oil generator. Okay, Seth's got a comment there.
Robert, can you take over the stream for just a bit? I've got a little bit of emergency to take care of.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you go.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me get something pulled up here that I can change the screen to. Okay. Maybe it's the Pioneer Hangout. I'm pretty sure we posted some, I was going to pull up the Satisfactory Geoguessr real quick. Again. Don't remember what the link was. I will Google it real quick. It's not a big emergency. He just heading over to help out at the house for a few minutes. If I can find the darn link. There we go. I found it. Okay, let's swap over to... Okay. Satisfactory Geoguessr. I'm going to try without any panning at all. Okay. So we're definitely in the eastern desert, right? We see a body of water that's kind of elongated, so I think we're actually looking at this lake. We're kind of in the southern area because it's not dunes, it's a little bit more wooded. We're right next to a rock of some kind, but we're a decent ways away from anything there. Yeah, bit of a chair stream, Mandrid. Let's see. We're seeing these plateaus to the left. Those plateaus, I think, are these right here. So I think we're actually probably like there-ish, maybe? I think so, and I think we're there-ish facing this direction. Okay. Yeah, I just clicked the wrong formation there. Pretty good. This chair is the best chair of the whole stream. Okay, so we are near the pink forest. We have some sand here. Right, so this is the pink forest. The northern edge is all cliffs of the pink forest. Can you load in, please? That's all cliffs as well. So is it this? Oh. Oh, come on. Where is that? I don't remember where that is. Oh, actually, those are cliffs right there. So the question is, where do we have the largest beachfront?
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. We're playing a little bit of Satisfactory Geoguessr.
Okay.
Um,
So you've got a geyser.
yeah, we got a geyser. We have the pink forest here. So I'm looking at the map, the pink forest, right?
Uh-huh.
Trying to figure out any other clues where we are from here. We're definitely not on this side, because this side is the really big, tall cliffs. I think we're in this region here, but I don't know where the big, this large beach is.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a white sand. I've never been in an area that's been a white sand.
Yeah, it's definitely not over here, because these are really tall cliffs. It's got to be over here, so I'm just going to click, we'll say here, and see how close we are. Yeah. Oh, man, it was way out. Really? Ouch. That's pretty bad. And we got the great artist just resubscribed.
All right.
8 month streak. He says, time flies.
All righty. So Megalith Official says, who wants a phone? Oh, I can't play right now. Do you understand me? I can't play right now. She really wants to play. Okay. Oh, you're doing another one?
Well, it's round 3 out of 5.
So the Kuzu says, yes, he wants a sub.
I think this 3-tier structure is one of these right in here, near the plains. So I think we're somewhere around in here. For a quick guess. Little kid says, that's where my base is. Oh, it was a whole lot closer. Okay, fine. Man, I had a couple rounds here where I scored really, really well. These are not, I'm not doing well here.
Not doing well there at all, Robert.
I'm also not looking around. If I looked around, I'd do a whole lot better. Why? we're obviously looking off the map, right? Because I don't recognize that skyline at all. Little kid says, "I know exactly where it's at."
Okay. Well,
Because this is
ask
all
him.
ocean down on this side. Because it's definitely grassy fields. I think we're looking east. I don't know. It's definitely not north. It has to be grassy fields. I'm lost.
Well, find out what the little kid thinks.
Yeah, too far away. See, I knew it was looking south, but there's still little
and
there.
that is an area I've just not explored much.
Yeah. Okay, last one, then we'll get back to Doc. Yeah, the otter said south, yep. The kudzu says, "Doc, may I ask you what you did before you retired?"
I built databases and data warehouses for Boeing, and I tested and deployed software for Boeing. So basically, I was in finance, and I was the guy who was always the go-to person when my finance people needed software either updated or needed software deployed. I was the one that collected requirements and got all the software, you know, got the software developed with the IT people. So I talked IT language. I was a programmer a lot of time.
That was a very poor game. Yeah, let's go back to Doc.
All right. Is helping allowed Bukuroria?
Yeah, it
Bukuroria?
was. We'll get Doc to play it.
Okay. See how badly I placed that one? I totally missed the platform even.
Yeah, so
That is definitely an errant track. Anyway, what are we training today? Being an ex-Boeing employee, do you ever feel safe whistling?
no.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. I don't know what happened with that case. Did they ever find out who I mean, you get two whistleblowers that die, shortly after. I mean, it was just too coincidental. And you know what you ought to think about coincidences, that there don't usually coincidences aren't really coincidences.
Yeah. Luckily, Doc was on the procurement side, which had no problems whatsoever. Or you were on the finance side, which had no
Yeah.
problems whatsoever, ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, finance had their problems as well. So.
Yeah. Well, you're already adapting to the controller pretty quick.
Nope, I switched.
Oh, you went back?
I gave up.
Oh.
I gave up. We've got to make some changes, and
Okay.
I've got to be able to jump, and I couldn't jump because the forward backside left was on the same finger as the jump, the way it was programmed. So we definitely just need to reprogram that so we
Okay. Just
Get
got to
it.
work on it. Yep.
get it on my mouse and download the Logitech controller, software for the mouse and stuff. So yeah, I'm not giving up on it 100%. I'm not giving up on it. I'm just
Yep.
we need to definitely
Work it out when it's not on stream.
exactly. So why is Zoop not staying Zoop?
Chingo, he's not using a controller. He's using a gamepad.
Yeah,
It's a
gamepad.
Razer Tartarus. Yeah. It's just
I
a
think
little bit more
probably there it
comfy
is.
than it was on a keyboard.
And I'd like to use it to its fullest extent. And I think we've got it close to being programmed the way I can use it. Um, anyway, we will tweak it and try again.
Yep.
So
I bought um I bought one of these, and this exact controller was originally made by Belkin. It was made by Belkin back in 2005 ish.
okay,
The first version that I got in 2008 or 9, and it was great. And then it was sold to was it sold directly to Razer, or did Logitech own it for a bit?
no, I don't think Logitech.
It was just sold to Razer. Razer rebranded it. And one of the first things that Razer decided is it no longer should have an onboard memory. It should now all be in the cloud, which means if you take this controller, you program it, you then plug it into a new PC, it doesn't work. My old one, I still have that old one. I can still plug it into any PC today, and it works exactly how I programmed it.
But the idea the idea of it being in the cloud was that you should be able to move it from PC to PC, log into your account, and
Yep. You just have
have
to
it.
log into your account and check in with your overlords online and give them the secret handshake. Let them know that they can have all your personally identifiable information, and then you're good to go. Log your IP address.
Robert loves Big Brother. You can tell, don't you? Can't
All
you?
my big brothers. They're a whole family by this point. You should look at open source split keyboards. Because Cruise has a Corn keyboard, Corne.
Corn keyboard?
Okay. I've seen various. So is Corn a style or a brand? It looks like it's a style. Wow, those are funky, man.
Okay, what are you seeing?
Well, here, let me go ahead and just pop it up on stream for
Okay.
you. When just searching for Corn, it's an open source project model.
Wow.
So there's just tons of different versions. And yeah, it looks like you have your little microcontrollers there.
What kind of controllers?
A little microcontroller, either a Raspberry Pi or whatever
Okay.
here. And yeah, with a little USB charging port on it, probably a little onboard battery or something.
So what are the small keys that are blue in that picture?
Like this.
Yeah. What are those small ones? The
Good question.
front ones, anyway.
Those have specialized icons on them, but that's probably like a shift key.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a shift key. Good question. But yeah, they're all highly specialized. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is actually labeled Corn, so it looks like they have their own specially designed microcontroller. That's pretty cool. How about that? Full case for your keyboard.
Interesting.
That's neat. I'd love to do a
How
project
long would
like
it
that.
take to get to where you could use it effectively?
Ooh, how about that? Unibody with a trackball in the middle. Wouldn't that be interesting? So your left and right hand are always on the keyboard,
Huh?
but you can use your index fingers to move the ball instead of your thumb.
Uh-huh.
That'd be interesting.
That would be. I suppose people who get good at using those would probably be pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, here, let's go back to... That's awesome.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. I've seen various YouTubers build their own microcontrollers and stuff, and I thought they were always kind of cool, but too much effort for me to go to.
Okay, come on.
Come on. Chingo says, Secret Overlord. Wow, do you know where the aluminum... Do you also wear an aluminum foil hat as well? Leon says, I just joined and saw you guys looking at keyboards.
Yeah, exactly. We were looking at keyboards because somebody mentioned a special style of keyboard. And I've been trying to get my Razer reprogrammed to, to control the game better and learn how to control the game better. But, this time it basically failed.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to just, we tried to do it real quick just before the stream and should have just probably taken a little bit more time, but didn't. So we'll reprogram and try it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm almost there. I'm just going to need to decide where I'm going to put this train station. I think it's going to end up going on the side over here. Maybe level with this, yeah. Level in the corner there.
Chingo says, talk about geeking out. People have always thought I was a geek. That's kind of next level even than me. Along with many other things that people have started doing out there, like building their own keyboards and such. Yeah, I'm a lot that way as well. I'm a lot more interested in geeky things than actually doing them. So I sit there kind of in that observer stance, watching and enjoying other people do a lot of that stuff, that actually engaging in it myself. So I generally can talk more intelligently about it than I can actually do.
In other words, he likes to research it and likes to understand it, but kind of sticks to the conventional anyway.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I am. That might be why you do that, Robert, is because it's the way I am too, right?
Quite likely, yeah. It's like, I'd love to have friends that are into all the big different stuff. It's like, I'd love to go over to your house and check out your awesome setup and just oogle it for a bit and then go back home to my Logitech keyboard and mouse. And
Well, and I'm the same way with cars. I love cars. I love old cars.
Uh-huh.
As long as you own it, you maintain it, you keep it pretty, and let me
Right.
gawk at it.
Right.
There's a certain level of time that you want to spend into certain things that you enjoy, but, sometimes you just don't care to put the time in, but you still want to enjoy it.
Yeah. Cruz is disgusted with us. He just says, ugh.
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 That's all it is. It's just, ugh.
Just, ugh.
Okay. Okay.
I know. But okay, so there's a blindness. There's a tech blindness, and I'm sure somebody else has articulated this better than me. But it's one of those, what's good enough for mainstream now? It's great. You should try it anyway because it's just as good as normal stuff. And you hear that all the time in the tech world. I think it's been how many years in a row has been declared the year of Linux? This is the year that becomes mainstream. I've been hearing that for a decade or so. And, well, Garrett, my brother, you guys see every once in a while, went Linux. And it has been terrible, but there have been a lot of headaches.
It's been a fun journey.
Yeah. Garrett's less tech savvy than me and Doc. Garrett and Doc and I like learning about, and we dabble, both of us. Garrett doesn't. He just wants things to work. But he went Linux because of all the promises. This is the year of the Linux. Things are good. And it's just been headaches all the way down. So. Bruce Spaghetti says, I use Linux every single day and have for 2 decades. Yeah. I would love for Linux to become more mainstream. I don't have the time to dedicate to learning it, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's always the but. you know? But I can't. Don't have the time. I mean, if something that, I mean, for all of its faults, most of the time you can just install Windows and you're ready to go.
Uh-huh.
And when Linux gets to the point where you can install Linux and just install the software, the drivers, and just go, and it doesn't have to be this army of tech people servicing you, or a ton of searches through Google to figure the next thing out. When it gets to the point of being as simple, then they'll start edging into the market that Windows already has. Until then, it's not going to happen. There's going to be too many people that just don't care to spend the time to be techie. They just want their computer to do the job it's supposed to do and work.
Now, I will say that that's the same argument that a lot of Apple users say about Windows.
Of course.
And that's just at a different level. Apple has that level of polish that things just work within their own specific ecosystem. Everything just works. So even they look at Windows and say, yeah, but then I'm troubleshooting things. I'm installing drivers. I'm, stuff which we handle in Windows all the time. So.
But we handle it a lot less than we used to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Windows had a big bad rap because you had to constantly look for drivers and stuff. Windows had the same bad rap that Linux has now, back in the days of Apple eating Windows lunch. Okay?
That's true.
And Windows fixed it. Linux has to do the same. They have to fix it. They have to figure out how they're going to capture the market of people who don't want to have to be tech savvy in order to make their PC work.
Okay, so had a lot of people comment on Linux. Looks like we actually have a decent viewer base who enjoys Linux, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've said for about a year now I would go Linux if it wasn't for the fact that I am bought into. I'm still video editing and doing a lot of that, which I currently do on, using DaVinci Resolve, and it has no Linux counterpart. I really like DaVinci Resolve and what it does, and that to me is a bit of a deal breaker. I'm not going to move to another piece of video editing software, unfortunately. Everything else I can do.
Yeah, and he's waiting for the channel to be able to afford getting him the hardware that makes his job even easier.
Oh, yeah.
And so, as the channel grows, hopefully we can continue to grow the hardware support for DaVinci Resolve, and speed up his process. But that's what DaVinci Resolve is all about. Is they get you hooked on their software, and then there's a whole bunch of hardware to make your life a lot easier. And we don't have that quite yet. All right, I am to the point now. I think I can. Uh-oh, somebody made a comment.
Just Megalith. It's just
Use Arch, by the way. What's Arch?
Okay, Arch Linux is,
I use Arch.
by reputation, Arch is the most difficult one. The most difficult distro to really get into. It's the most customizable. It's the most feature rich. It's the best, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
But
what?
there's a bit of elitism that comes with using Arch Linux.
Elitism, you call it? Oh.
Yes.
Elitism. Are you calling one of our users something not so nice? No answer?
I don't think he's wrong about it.
Wrong about...
I don't think I'm wrong in calling it a bit of elitism. Okay, and I'm not insulting him. I think Megalith is plenty smart enough to do Arch, and I think if anybody could do it, he could do it.
Well,
I think it's great.
obviously, he is smart enough to do
Yeah.
it. I mean, he is a programmer. He is technical that way, so just be careful not to be insulting our user base. our subscriber base,
Sure.
especially Megalith, because he's bought into our channel quite
He's
a
been
bit.
very helpful, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Okay, so first off, have to interrupt to say Steady Merkin is here and says, "Hey Doc, how's it going? Recently saw a video of yours, and now I'm back hooked on factory life."
All right. I need some more plastic to make some more freight platforms.
Bruce Spaghetti says, "I can't imagine any Arch user being offended at being called elitist." They're like the. No, I'm not gonna make that comparison. Never mind.
Okay, we got some gifted subs out there. What happened? 5 gifted subs? Way cool. You want to read off those
Yeah.
people who have now become subscribers and have new privileges on our channel?
Yeah, the Kuzu gifted 5 subs, and he's paying for the gift he got from Megalith. So Megalith gave a gift to the Kuzu, who's now paying it forward to Waptao and Moose Moose and Sealchan, and CSS and Soldier.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Keep it going. What do they get to do?
So, for all of you guys, and it was actually just posted right there by Nightbot, I'll go ahead and put that over in YouTube as well. We have a great Discord channel that anybody can join, but for the members, if you're there, there's a special place to hang out as a member. This includes anybody who's received a gifted sub. There's a special place. You'll have to go to Discord and connect it to your Twitch account, or connect it to your YouTube account, whichever one you subscribe on, and it will give you access to a member channel. It'll give you access to our server Discord, or sorry, our Satisfactory server, which right now we're just messing around on because we completed the game last week. It'll give you access to a Minecraft server, and bonus is every Friday, Doc gets on to record our next week's episodes and shorts and stuff, and you can come out and hang out with us in Discord while he records that stuff.
Yep.
So.
And that's a day that we have a lot of fun. We do a lot of planning. We find out what our members really want to do next, and get a just to have a good time. So
Yeah.
all right, one of these has plastic in it.
Dark Shadow says,
There
"My
it is.
Mega Factory build is all spaghetti, so I'm going to start a new world."
It's all spaghetti. Oof. So you're going to start a whole new world. Uh-oh. Junk that world. Let's start over.
So, Little Kid asks, how long is the stream today?
We're going to go till 1 o'clock Central Time, which means we're going to go 2 more hours. And unfortunately, I can't go beyond the 2 hours until I get this electrical situation handled. So the sheetrockers can come on Wednesday. So I have to finish wiring some more electrical items. Once I get that done, we will be able to be a little more flexible in our time here, which means I'm going to have to spend a lot more time because we want to get our store up and running. And getting our store up and running is 13 out of 10. All right.
We just got another 5 gifted from the Kuzu.
Oof.
How about that?
Well, thank you so much.
This-
So read them off.
This time went to Noyles, George Olafson, Cruz, Seth, and Juice Rain.
Okay.
Cool. And that included several people who've been chatting here with us today, so that is great.
That is really great. That is really great. Linux is the best for its purpose. Now that's a good way to say it. Windows is fine if you don't if you don't computers. Apple is fine if you have money to burn and it's a fancy phone case.
So, Little Kid, what I recommend doing is taking some screenshots and going over to our Discord. There's a section specifically for helping people fix their builds. And post your screenshots there, and we can look through it a little bit more instead of just trying to do it via text.
Yeah.
To see if we can figure out what's going on there. It may just be a minor elevation issue, or there's a pipe that's not quite connected properly, or something like that that visually we'll be able to help out with quite a bit more.
Yep. Yep. I only like I only like MacBooks because somehow they perform. I'm not quite sure what else he said.
They perform really good.
Okay.
Yep. And they make a great product, but you're paying for the end-to-end connectivity and everything, and under their design. So yeah,
Well, it looks like I ended up putting two train stations close together instead of a freight platform. I don't know how that happened.
hmm.
So wanted a freight platform here instead, and I want to flip it around and have the exit going that direction. And then another freight platform, and stop flipping around, would ya? And at this point, I need three freight platforms. If I could just talk. And I want to bring this in, and I want this. I want to put a train railway coming out of it, but I want this to be very straight. Basically, so that I can put more freight platforms there and not have a whole bunch of reconfiguring to do. So let's go out to that point, since I almost came off the edge. And let's see here. I have concrete to build more platform here, so I'm going to do so. And there. There.
Cruz says you do all know about the Windows recall, right?
I don't know about a Windows recall.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, let's oh,
You have to
says you have to replace windows with doors now.
Boo. Okay, Steady Merkin has a big old question for you.
Oh, and Bruce Spaghetti says, I recall Windows 95.
There you go.
Oh, ads, how you ruin my jokes. Yes.
Look, there's every version of Windows.
Yes.
Oh, how it takes a screenshot of your computer and keeps it? Yeah. Yep. Okay, Steady Merkin. I played a multiplayer server, trying to learn with the boys. We got to 300 hours and are in phase 4. Some of the guys were quick crafting for upgrades, and our factory isn't set up for making the important parts. Should I just start over? I feel we upgraded faster with parts than our factory did, and didn't get a chance to learn the right steps. Everything is spaghetti.
Didn't have a chance to. Turns too sharply. Darn, 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 darn. Okay, can't make it quite this long. Anyway, so what's the question?
The question is, since they seem to have progressed a whole lot faster in their factory, and everything's turned into spaghetti, should they start over or what?
A lot of times starting over is a lot simpler than having than trying to deconstruct and reconstruct.
Yeah, just go to a new
It's
area.
just a choice, or go to a new area and rebuild.
Yeah.
What we did when our Gigafactory just got out of control, our Gigafactory got to the point of just
Mega factory.
our Mega Factory, yeah, got to the point in our Gigafactory world of just being not extensible any further. In other words, we couldn't make it go bigger, just because the amount of transportation cost, trying to get a product from where it was built originally to where it needed to be used. It got to the point where we just didn't have space to move the conveyors up and the lifts up and down, and it just got to be horrific. So what we did is we went to a different side of the map. In fact, in the entire opposite side of the map, and we were building in the Rocky Forest, and then we built in over the swamp, and started building the Gigafactory over the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, we could build it the way we wanted to, and still had the functional part of the mega factory still pumping out products while we continue just to build on the gigafactory. So that is one tact, unless that way you can just keep building and still benefit from what you've already built. And so I would think about that rather than totally starting over, because starting over is a pain. I mean, starting over when you've unlocked like tier, 5, 6, is really really difficult because I have a hard time with starting over on a new build on a new area simply because you start with tier 1 belts, you start with tier 1 power poles, and you have to build on with things that you're well past in your expertise level, but you got to suffer all the way through. So anyway, that's
Yep.
my thought. Okay.
He says we don't even have the nuclear power yet, and the elevator's almost done. Well, also note, Merkin, you don't have to do nuclear power. A fuel power plant works till endgame just fine. Just keep on upgrading the fuel instead. So, if you don't want to do nuke, you don't really have to.
If you don't want to do nuke, you don't really have to. Interesting.
Yeah.
I am going to reverse this platform.
But if you wanna,
But if you want to tackle nuke, I would take the advanced. I would go to the advanced short. We have issued both nuclear power shorts, haven't we?
we have.
The second one that we released really is the sensible way to approach a power plant. Basically, you build the first level, you build the plutonium fuel rods, and then you sink the plutonium fuel rods for a lot of points in the in the in the in your sink so that you can get coupons and use them in the awesome shop. That's really the more reasonable way to do it. Once you decide to use the plutonium fuel rods and go to the next level, then you have to go to the third level and make it into fixonium fuel and be able to use those up in order to get rid of your waste. The more sensible way is just to stop at that first level, build it out, and sink all that waste.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a chore to build it into plutonium fuel rods, but it's well worth the number of points that you get. So
Yeah.
I would just stick it there. Okay. Okay. I'm getting back to where I was gonna go and look at building a fluid. No, not a fluid. I do want to build a freight platform, but I want it face this direction. Because the second one is where I'm going to bring the where I'm going to bring the heavy leftover oil, so I can put it into a product. I don't know my brain is too much thinking of all the electrical I've got to do in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Save me from it, please. Save me from it.
You know, hey, you don't have to do.
Oh,
Little kid, he says, how come I'm having backflow if I place an unpowered pump? Technically, it shouldn't be able to do that. Technically.
okay.
Oh, are you... Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember something. Hold on.
Words are hard and brain is tired. Akron Azrael. Yes, yes. My body is still tired. I mean, I slept well Saturday night, went to church, came home and took a 3-hour nap, and went to bed tired. Still at Sunday night. So the brain is still very tired. Okay, so the second train station has to be the residual heavy oil, and
Are you,
go ahead.
little kid, are you using any buffers?
Are you using any buffers?
Any fluid buffers? Cornman says, that sounds like my kind of day. 3-hour nap in the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, if you can afford it, you know. I can't make a locomotive because I'm missing wire. You've got to be kidding me. Really?
No fluid buffers? Okay, good.
Only 15 wire? What is going on here?
Do you have wire being loaded into a depot?
I am going to go check that out because, I do have a lot of wire being used. You can see it on the conveyor coming down there.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So I'm wondering if I'm just using it all.
Cornman says, you've been wiretapped.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Megalith, you were chatting a little bit ago. You said something about GPT-5, and I missed it. What were you saying about GPT-5? About its coding capacity?
I think I've got cable. Yeah, I've got cable going into a depot. But I don't have...
It's mean. Okay.
It's mean.
Steady Merkin says, I feel tired. I had a heat stroke while pouring a driveway last Wednesday and took the first half this week off, still recovering.
Oh, man, that's tough. Are you the man down in Texas?
I don't know where Merkin is.
Okay, Merkin.
And that's a hard one because once you start pouring a driveway, it's like you got to keep going. You can't stop.
Yeah, you can't stop until it's done, and yeah.
Bruce
Hopefully you had
Spaghetti's
some-
down in Texas. Yeah.
Who's down in Texas?
Bruce Spaghetti.
Oh. Yeah, they've had a lot of hot weather. I hope your weather's breaking like ours is this week.
No, Merkin's in Minnesota. I didn't know they were allowed to have sun up there in Minnesota.
Oh, come on. Minnesota's was a nice place. At least was a nice place.
How many years has it been since you've been there?
60.
Okay.
Sorry. I went there as a 8-year-old kid fishing for bass
Oh, okay.
on a Minnesota lake. So
Oh, man.
I hate to admit it. Good heavens, that's a long time ago, Robert.
Yeah. Bruce Spaghetti says it's all the way down to 98 degrees in Texas today.
Wow. You're boy, you're gonna have to put on a coat.
He says, I had to move in the last 2 weeks of July. My vehicle AC went out the day before we started. It was between 101 and 107 the whole time. Woof.
Ouch. I remember my grandma when I was 11, we went and visited my grandparents in Arkansas. They were still alive. And I remember my grandma making a comment. She says, "It's not hot here. The air conditioner works just fine." You go from an air-conditioned house to an air-conditioned car to an air-conditioned supermarket to an air-conditioned store, and just come back into your air-conditioned car and come to your air-conditioned house, and everything's fine. Okay, Grandma.
Wow.
That's fine. It's hot to me. We came from the Puget Sound to go visit
Yeah.
in summer, and we're going. It never gets above. Realistically, it never gets above 80 in the Puget Sound. On rare occasions does it top 80. And I go down there and it's 100 degrees and I'm wilting. I'm wilting.
I remember being scared one time, not knowing what was going on, when it got hot enough one summer for the grass in fields that was not ever watered to die in the summer. And I was like, oh no, is something happening? What's going on? Because it was just, it's just, you know, the baseball field. Nobody's watering it. It's just there. Whereas, since then, everywhere I've lived, yes, grass goes brown in the summer. That's just normal. That's what happens when you don't water it in the summer. So
right.
Merkin up in Minnesota says, I own a concrete company. And yeah, once we started, it was over. I had a sinus infection at the same time, so that's what did it. Hit 104-degree temperature before I finished. I was pouring at 88 degrees out with 90% humidity and shivering. It was a wild experience.
Yeah, that would be a wild experience.
That's crazy.
Makes you feel like you want to dive into the concrete and just stay there. Then again, that would be kind of difficult to get out.
That'd be bad, but yeah.
All right.
Boardman, who's our Seattleite, says it's 68 degrees here right now, high of 82. But last year it was in the 90s, but we haven't hit it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to remember like you'd get like a week every summer that hit the 90s at the most.
No. No.
You need a buffer stop.
Okay, so now first get out of it if I can.
Yep.
And what key is it? E to re-rail the train. Okay, there we go. Now it's all back. Can you put a buffer stop here at the end? I mean, no. Doggone it.
Kingo says, Doc, I think you forgot something there. I'm not sure, but just a theory.
Just a theory, huh? We can test that theory. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta put a buffer on, stop on there. There you
Oh,
go.
there. Oh, it goes at the end. Good. Probably need a buffer on the other side.
Yeah, once it's automatic, it won't need it, but when you have a human operator.
Yes, human operator, you say. You act as though that's a horrible thing. Like I'm a bad person because I'm a human.
Ew, human.
Yeah. Okay.
And Archon says your operator license has been revoked.
Yeah, probably have.
Licensing. Ugh. I'm gonna take your rights away and sell it back to you and call it a license. Ugh. Robert's AI. What?
Oh, we got the AI thing popping up again.
Why is the? Where's? What did I say that suddenly sparked 3 people at once saying that Robert's AI?
I don't know. What? You know.
Oh, getting mad at people for being human? Oh, brother.
Ah, that would do it, you know, because AI obviously doesn't like humans.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Few things to... Okay, where are the... Okay, we're going to go along that side. That makes sense. Wow. This truck station was full. Okay. Okay, the oil needs to go into this one. Okay. And this is a load station. The other station is going to be an unload station.
The fact you guys haven't... I've only been on camera once for you guys. And now it's like it has to happen every time. What is this?
Yeah, has to happen every time, Robert.
Twice, yes, but once was just for members. They haven't seen it the second time. Mark, who is our British friend, says, we barely reached 30 Celsius, which is a heat wave in the UK. Most years are around 17, but this year we've seen 43 to 47 Celsius.
Wow.
Holy cow. Yeah, 47 is 116 degrees. That's toasty. Add to that, most properties are brick built or pure concrete and have zero air conditioning. Yup. Yep, that's definitely...
That's a lot like the Seattle area, you know. It doesn't really get hot enough to support an air conditioning unit all year long. So, you know, just the builders just don't put them in. So...
And now that we've moved over to this property... So when we lived in Missouri, we had central air, which was great. It meant that the whole house was always air conditioned. And looks like we're dropping a few frames for a minute. Hopefully that comes back
Hopefully
here
just a
quickly.
minute.
Yeah.
Well, I've got excellent connection as far as I can tell in YouTube.
Yeah, looks like we're fine now.
Okay, good.
So we had central air when we were living in eastern Missouri. But out here we're in 100-year-old stone houses. So, but they have, you know, some tacked on AC solutions here, and we have a mini split here in this little studio, and it's working like a champ. So,
And it'll work even better when we finish the remodel and plug the, replace the bad door that we've got in one place and replace the windows that we have got. So, do you, Blue you? Got a question there, Robert.
he said, I started a new world to play on my own when I can't play with my friend's world, and it looks like my inventory transferred over. I'm new to Satisfactory. Does my character's inventory get shared between all worlds?
No, it doesn't.
I wonder how that happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a brand new.
And she had 2 students pass out in her classroom due to heat. Yeah, because
There's
they
no
air
AC.
no AC. Yeah, exactly.
Mark Griffin says, we use fans with dry ice behind them to cool the area. Huh. Yeah. In Washington, we used to use a swamp cooler.
A swamp cooler? When did we have a swamp cooler?
When we were in Washington,
When did we have a swamp cooler?
the last couple of years, they were a couple of units you could roll around in the kitchen and living room. Actually, I think we only had one, but it was fairly tall. And we had to refill the bottom basin with a pitcher of water all the time.
Interesting. I'm struggling to remember that.
Yeah. Merkins had that same issue. If he said he was an admin on his multiplayer server and just started a new world on the map save, he could have inventories transfer over.
Interesting. Now, I've never seen that happen.
Now, Grim is one-upping all of us.
He is, huh?
He says, living in my climate-controlled 70 degree in the middle of the August in Florida, sipping his southern sweet tea. Bless your hearts, y'all don't know what hot is.
That's so true. Well, I did live for 2 years in Florida, and yes, it gets hot in Florida. And you've got the humidity just like the midsection of the country.
And that was before you got before you had AC.
Yep. Yep, that was before I had AC too. So, well, yes. Okay, I need to build a conveyor line here. So I'm gonna go to logistics here and put a stackable, and I'm gonna do it right along this rib, and it's gonna need to be too high.
98 says, curious Doc, where's the worst winters you ever lived?
Worst winters I ever lived?
Yeah.
Well, I do remember as a very, very young child in Fargo, North Dakota, my mother picking me up from kindergarten and in a blizzard because the school closed in the middle of the day. Now, in Fargo, North Dakota, for the schools to close, that's a big deal. That is a big blizzard. So, I also remember and I've got a picture of this. So this is legit. I've got a picture of this one where where we took our toboggan on top of our house, and the drift had come up to the side of our house and just gone over our house. So before we dug out the front door, my dad decided to be a little crazy, and we took the toboggan on top of the house and we slid down the snowdrift. And then fast forward to when I'm a youth in college for the first iteration in Rexburg, Idaho. 30 below zero was a little bit much for me. So 30 below was probably the worst that I had. So anyway, okay, I think this is gonna have to. It comes from. Okay, let us go and put. I've got Mark IV conveyors now. Gosh.
98 says, yeah, I live live close to Rexburg. It's fun winter.
Yeah, it's fun winters. So yeah, that 30 below zero, we had a trailer that we had bought, a mobile home that we had bought, and the heater just didn't keep up. So we were bundling up constantly, and I remember going to school, and my glasses froze and just broke because they were plastic frames. And,
Oh no.
And they just broke right down the center. Made them useless. In fact, if you look at some of my pictures of the day, I had glued it, and it was white glue. So, just to keep them together so I could do it, because we were poor college students. We couldn't afford to go replace the glasses. So,
Fact says, growing up in the Dakotas, if the principal could get to work, we had school. 60 below keeps the riffraff out.
no kidding. Everybody's worried about staying warm. They're not worried about anything else.
Yeah. I've never had any terrible winters when it comes to the cold. We did have one weird winter where we actually had a lot of snow in Missouri. And for us, a lot of snow was, several feet. But what made it fun is
Several feet.
Yeah. I was working at the convention center. You don't remember that winter?
Where we had several feet?
It was just a little, just shy of 2 feet. But it was in like a 12 or 18 hour span.
Okay.
It was over the course of one day.
Okay.
But the problem was it happened at the exact same time as our largest convention of the year.
Well, that's thrilling.
Which meant that it was, normally we'd shut the place down, but no, we can't because this is what makes our year. So everybody's coming to work. If you can get here, you're expected to be here. If you can't get here, they had people who are spend all day long in big trucks driving people to and from work to make sure they could get there in time. They had to do their shift.
Okay.
I was supposed to be working the front desk. No, I was supposed to be working the exhibitor's desk. but they called in one of the managers to run the exhibitor's desk because they needed more people out sweeping the walk. And so I spent the entire day doing like a 200-foot stretch of walk, and I'd sweep the entire thing, or I'd shovel the whole thing, and then I'd go back to the beginning and shovel the whole thing again, and go back to the beginning and shovel the whole thing again all day long.
Oh.
It was fun.
Okay. You can
No,
call
it wasn't fun.
No,
It wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun. Okay.
No.
Was not fun.
Subhashis Roy says, "Hi Doc, I finally beat the game with taking all the tips from you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Congratulations."
Okay, this one is going to go... That back one is the one that has to go to the middle. So this one... Okay. So I need to get this on my number 1 key. Okay, I'm highlighting it, and 1. Okay. Okay, so where's the outport here? It's back here? Ah, darn it. Okay.
So Mark Griffin says, "What's the most snowfall you've been in or seen in a 24-hour period?"
Oh, I can't remember. I know we had that one blizzard in Rexburg where by the time the morning came, because of the way the mobile homes were put together, they created a drift in the one just to the right of our driveway and a drift just to the left of our driveway. And both drifts were too tall for a car to get over. And I didn't realize that snow drifts were actually pretty compact.
Oh no.
I figured you could just drive through it. So I pulled my car out and I just gunned it and high centered it right on top. So, live and learn, So anyway, yeah. Most in one day, those drifts were at least 2.5, 3 feet tall. Those were the drifts anyway, so I don't know exactly how much actual snowfall we got.
Mark says for him it was in Collingwood, Ontario, Canada. In November of 2000, I got stuck digging out 13 feet in 24 hours from the condo doorstep.
Wow. 13 feet?
That's crazy.
Well,
okay, first time chat from Raxus Never High.
okay.
Says, "Hello, Doc. I see you're working with trains. Could you help me understand how I should go about placing my block signals to prevent a train from leaving one station when another train would be occupying the line coming from another station?"
I just made a mistake. I didn't preload the stuff into the crate. Darn it. Oh, okay. I didn't make a mistake. I thought I made a mistake. That was my
your
mistake, is thinking I made a mistake.
Yep.
Okay, so it says, "I see you're working trains. Can you help me understand how I should go about..." Okay. Okay, so you're worried about making sure that the train doesn't come into the train station, running into the other train. You place your block signal just outside of where the train station is, and then you put another block signal shortly after the train station, so it forces any train that's coming to stop before that section of track is vacant. So if that section of track is still occupied, based on a train stopping at the station, the other train will wait. The whole idea of a block signal is to create blocks. You have to have at least 2 on your roundup, on your round of track, in order to make sure that the trains stop before entering that section of track, while a train is still on that section of track. So at least 2 on either side of your train station ought to do it for you. So okay. I think I need to see if I can get this to... No, I don't want it to go that way. I want it to go from here to there. That's the direction I needed it. Okay, now let's see if I can drag a conveyor from here and go up to... Nope, it's not going to want me to... Okay, I'll just leave it straight. Really? Come on. It doesn't think that the other section is straight.
Fact says, when I lived in North Dakota, I got mobilized with the military to go and dig people out of their homes with heavy equipment. The snow had drifted so deep we had to dig them out. Some homes were buried for over a week before I got there.
Yeah, exactly.
Raxa says, so for better context, my main factory I'm working on is in the desert. While I have another factory going to the grasslands, between there and I have an aluminum factory, I'm trying to avoid the train that's coming and going from the aluminum from colliding with a train from the grasslands.
Okay. My main factory is working in the desert, while I have another factory going up in the grasslands, but between there I have an aluminum factory. I'm trying to avoid the train that's coming and going from the aluminum factory from colliding with the train from the grasslands. You just need to establish block signals that don't allow 2 trains to be on the section that is common between the 2.
Well, it sounds like he's not making a full loop. It sounds like he's doing a one-way track, but he wants to have multiple trains on a one-way track.
Yeah, it's sounding like that.
So, I think generally, if you want to have multiple trains, it needs to be a loop. Or you could do a 2-way where you have 2 rails side by side.
Okay.
Unless I'm misunderstanding it. So.
All right, so we've got plenty of barrels of oil coming, but we're not getting anything coming from this conveyor, or, well, we got the occasional plastic coming from this one. So that's okay once those are full in the packagers. Okay, so why aren't we getting anything from this line over here?
Or with slip lanes all the way, says Archon. Which is the same thing that Mark is talking about, yeah.
Slip lanes, as in 2 side-by-side?
Yeah, passing lanes.
Okay, because it can't output the heavy oil residue. It's not making rubber. Okay, that's a decent reason. So as soon as I get the transport running.
98 says, I know Doc likes drones. How does one calculate how much output a drone can do with distance?
Gosh, you did one on that, didn't you?
I did the calculation for... Yeah, we did the calculations. I just recently did it again with trains.
Yeah, okay.
The problem is so it depends on the stack size. Because it's limited by the number of stacks. So it's the stack size times the number of slots, which I think for a drone, I think it's 9 stacks. Okay. Times the total loop duration. which includes 2 docking, docking here and there, as well as there and back. So you need to, it's an individual calculation for every product that depends on all 3 of those factors. I went over those 3 factors, or Doc went over those 3 factors in the latest trains video, but
Okay.
and is the main plant set to unload?
Yes, the main one is set to unload. But before I turn on the automated thing here, I need to make sure that these are set to load. And I can go back and check the other station to make sure it's set to load. This one's set to load.
Lyndon says, "Happy Monday, Doc and Son."
Happy Monday to you. All right.
Manfred says, "If I want to be absolutely certain I can get maximum throughput from a node using drones, I just use multiple ports, going to multiple destination ports. There's too many factory accounting factors, including load and unload times, distance, and fuel types. I just brute force it."
Yep. And that's totally acceptable as well. I need to make sure that the other side is set to unload. And then I will go ahead and set it to automatically.
That's actually another consideration. 98. Yeah, fuel type also matters for drones, where it doesn't with trains.
Right.
So there's
Trains,
yet another variable on it.
Yeah, trains only run with electricity.
Yep.
So yeah, drones fly faster if they've got more sophisticated fuel, right?
Yeah. Yeah, different fuels at different speeds.
Yeah. So, and that has to go into your calculation of what the time distance is. Distance isn't going to change, but the amount of time to cover that distance will.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know what? Doing a short on distances. We did do a short on high volume throughput for drones and did some calculations,
Yes.
and that was fun. But we didn't try to go into the math of helping you figure it out for yourself. We're doing a thought experiment on high volume drones.
Okay, I just need to make sure these are all set to unload, and they were not. And this middle platform that's faced that way, I'm just going to drop this in there because I can. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm ready to set this one for automatic. To run automatic, let's do Q here. And that's not what I was supposed to do. Now I can do Q. Turn on self-driving.
It looks like tomorrow's short is going to be on liquid trains.
Hauling liquid with train.
Yep, that was a fun one.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick break.
Oh, gosh, Robert.
Yeah.
Just when we were having fun.
I know, up till now it's been boring, but now it's fun. And,
All right, see you when you get back.
yep, see you.
Robert's AFK for a moment. Need to tell him not to slam the door on the way out. nighttime is passing. We have it set, with Sky UI. We have it set so nighttime only lasts 1 minute and 59 minutes expire um, before where it's all daytime. So Ada says micro break is now over. Return to work. All right, so it'll be picking up there and taking over to the other place. And as soon as it does that, we'll start seeing these conveyors start to move. So when it departs, these barrels will start moving. Then I've got to, okay, that I can take all that stuff, and I can take all that stuff because that's all my personal stuff. And I probably should have take all of that stuff. And the lower belt here is the plastic, and that is going into the first one. To the first plate platform. Oh, that's the station. That's why I wasn't seeing what I was wanted to see. Okay, so we can put all the plastic in there. Now let's go over here and get the rubber out of the other one. Must have already taken the rubber out. Nope, there it is. And let's take all of that. And that goes in this far one here. And there we go. So on the next load, it'll bring back the rubber. And now rubber should start coming here pretty soon because the oil residue, the heavy oil residue, should start flowing now that we've got this coming. So rubber ought to be coming fairly soon here too. There it comes. Yep. As promised. Okay. There it comes. Okay. Very, very good. Very good. So things will start functioning properly here. And good to go. Good to go. So when it comes back, I'm going to hop a ride back over there. Since we got this thing taken care of, I'm going to go ahead. Can't chop the trees. Oh, I can chop the trees. Grab some more mycelia from that. Okay. Now it's picking that up. Okie dokie. Now I got to work on putting the other side together. Because the other side is going to be needing to unload all this stuff. So I'll take a ride back and take care of that on the other side. Get some containers there loading. And then start using the residual oil for fuel. Start making the residual oil into fuel. So, Doc, why is it a single track? Because I just made it a forward and back track this time. Because it's just not that far away, and I don't have anything else any other location to pick it up. I will probably definitely gonna use some of it to go in my jetpack, yes. Definitely for Sub-Roya. Yes. Okay. So, the reason I was using solid biofuel was simply because I didn't have any alternative. I hadn't turned my solid biofuel yet into liquid biofuel. Um, and so basically I just had not advanced to the point of being able to do other things with it yet. So this side I just need to get a couple industrial storage containers. Got to flip this one and flip that one and start all over. Okay. Yep, flip those. Okay, so all right, come on. Let's get some lifts there. And we want to put a lift. What? I hate it when they do that. You see what it does. So you see it going in and out. So you click once and it turns. Why does it turn? And it did the same thing here. I forgot about that and just double clicked on it. I mean, why doesn't it stay in the configuration that you expect it to? There you go. Okay, so it's going to double unload here, which means it'll unload quick at the speed of 2 conveyors into here, and then it'll load up into here. Now, I've got to start using it, of course, otherwise I'm going to have a bit of a hard time. Since every milestone asks for 200 plus motors, yeah, that'll be a problem. When do you suggest I get bidirectional? You suggest using a bidirectional train, and when to use a loop? When to use a loop when you've got multiple stations to pick up from? I love using loops there, although I've used a bidirectional train to pick up from multiple stations there too. But a loop allows you the convenience of running it right by several different factories. And there comes my train back with more. And this hadn't completely unloaded yet, so that's interesting. Yeah, it's still got more to unload, so we'll see how much is gonna load back into here.
Ella's making grilled cheese sandwiches with a big block of cheddar cheese.
Oh dear.
Her knife skills aren't the best. I look over at the pan and I don't see any cheese in the bread. I walk around here, look on the other side, literally an inch thick. I'm not exaggerating. An inch thick of cheese on one side. It's like cut it in half and an inch thick.
Wow. Okay, so this will have some time to unload here, and hopefully it'll unload fast enough that it gives me some good amount over here. Okay, so right now I do not have a place that is using any of the rubber or plastic. At least I can't remember it using it. So I'm going to put a stack of containers over here as well.
I go AFK, and I start getting flack about being an AI when I'm taking a break. Oh, jeez.
You're never gonna get rid of that.
Even when I appear on stream. No, it's not called downtime. It's called taking a break. It's not server updates. It's taking a break.
Server updates.
Oh, jeez. Did you read the comments from Subhashish Roy?
I did.
Okay.
Some of them, anyway. Yep. And I basically said that I just hadn't updated. I hadn't got updated yet in my world enough to, to do that.
Messiah, you are wrong. My name is not Robot. It's Robert. It's a very different name. It's a completely different name. Robot and Robert are nowhere near the same thing.
Don't let him kid you. He's gonna, he's an AI. He knows how to respond to these things. So.
Yeah, 98 suggests a short on key bindings. Yeah, maybe we can give it a couple of weeks and see kind of, Doc, where you settle and what you think. And
Yeah.
Sure. Bjorn Nielsen, first time chat.
Okay.
Asking how you doing.
Oh, doing pretty good. My chat GPT is more human, not gonna lie.
So what snack did you create? I didn't get a snack. I just went over and chatted with my mom for a little bit and teased some nephews and nieces and had a little fun. That's all. Chingo says I just need a little bit of WD-40 for a snack. Mark Griffin says a few nibbles or bites.
Spelled B-Y-T-E-S.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Robert GPT? No. Doc AI's Robert 4.0. 4.0 had an unscheduled maintenance. Oh, God.
Okay. Well, this is having a hard time not. Okay, finally, the train is starting to slow down in how much it's bringing. Good.
Okay. It's caught up.
Yep. So the big question is, how much have we already filled the top one? Probably have. Almost have. So the middle one is still a pass-through.
So, little kid, the joke started. Little kid asked, why are people calling me a robot? The joke started because a couple months ago, we had a short that was showing how to do some decorations on one of the builds we did. And it was a decoration that I made, and so I voiced that build. Garrett also did a short, like the next week, about something he did. But somebody there in chat asked, who's this voice? Where'd Doc go? And the response was, this isn't somebody else. This is actually just Doc using a voice changer. It's obviously just a voice changer. And people in our chat decided to play into it and joke with the guy and tease him for being completely wrong because he obviously had never gone to our live streams and heard me talk for real. And ever since then, people have accused me of being an AI or,
Yep. So that's where the joke comes from.
Yep.
We're developing a whole culture, Robert, if that's what you can call it.
Yeah.
Okay, so um,
And see, Mark Griffin says he's human. We've seen him, or at least the torso and head. We'll have to take Doc's word on Robert's reality.
yep. Okay, so
Is it really an accusation? Doc's just a ventriloquist.
wow. Okay. Doc is a ventriloquist. Interesting. That's an interesting thought, too. Okay, so if we go to production, we've got a packager.
He's a ventriloquist who decided to fake me going on break because he wanted a break for his voice.
Ah. Okay. I need rubber.
Messiah says, robot's an AI, but works under the prompt to say that he thinks he isn't. Ah, that's what it is. I'm just a slightly less sarcastic form of Ada.
Slightly.
Slightly. Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at this packager here. I'm still missing oh, come on.
So what's going on, Doc?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how much I can unpackage. How much I can unpackage with a packager, so I know how many fuel-based generators, fuel generators, and/or refineries to make.
Okay.
So I'm going here to my packager, and heavy oil residue. I can.
No, you want to go to the recipe lower than that to
Did I blooper it?
go to select. You want unpackaging.
Unpackaging.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's right. I get the empty canister back, which I can sink at this point. On this end of the line, I would just sink it. So it gives me 20 per minute, 20 meters cubed per minute for each unpackager.
Arden wonders, are you sending the empty canisters back?
No. Nope, I wasn't going to. I could.
I'd say you probably want to add another train to it just to handle the return. Little kid wonders, technical question, by the way, if you have brain space for a second.
Uh-huh.
How many packages could an unpackager unpackage if an unpackager could unpackage packages?
Well, that's the math I'm trying to determine right now. So, nicely eloquent way to put it. Okay, 20 meters cubed. Let's go over here and let's put a refinery down and see what this refinery can handle. I'm going to put it at the edge here. Okay, so okay.
What?
I have
Residual plastic.
residual oil. There we go. There I can process.
Oh, you're looking to make fuel?
I'm looking to make fuel
Oh,
and
okay.
put that fuel into a power plant. So here is what makes residual fuel, and it needs 60 per minute heavy oil residue, which means, oh boy, and it creates 40 per minute fuel. So I've got to have 3 unpackagers to a single machine here. 3 unpackagers to one machine. Wow. Okay. And it's going to take 20 per minute 20 per minute of packages. I've got to figure out how many I don't even know how many I'm getting. Right now the throughput has settled down fairly well, and it's giving me 90 per minute. So 90 per minute, and this will handle 20 per minute. So if I say that I need 5 unpackagers, okay, 5 unpackagers, which means I only need 2 refineries.
And that's you're gonna have to force that down, yeah. Oh, come on, no.
Yeah.
Why?
No,
What's
no.
it hitting? Is it hitting sand?
Yeah, the other one was hitting sand and I pushed it down.
Oh.
So it's sanded up, you know.
Okay, so build this one correct, and then delete the other one and rebuild the other one next to this one.
But this one wants to go up on sand too. Okay. Um, okay, I got what you're saying, but I'm going to do it. I have to do 2 of them together to get it on regular platform to get rid of this.
See, they can't decide if my name is Roh-Bot, ROH, or Robert, or ROBERT as an acronym. We have 3 different names for me, all 3 of which are slanderous lies.
Slanderous lies, you call it? Wow.
All 3 of them.
You are really getting offended by this.
Ridiculous, okay? Art asks, why don't you move the oil as a fluid in the train?
Because transporting fluid in trains is not nearly as effective as packaging it, moving it as packages.
Tomorrow's short is on this very subject.
Okay, Robert, I did it in reverse of what you suggested. I put down the first one that actually built on the platform, and then I built the next 2 beside it, and that allowed it to just ignore the sand dune back here, sandbar. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
And Sean says, they're all wrong. As I already stated, it's the Robert GPT.
it's the Robert GPT. Huh? Now each of those needs 60 per minute. And basically, when we unpackage, it's going to take 20 per minute, output 20 per minute, which means I need... Actually, I did one too many of these. Okay. Okay.
Raxus says, I think Ada's brother is getting moody.
Ada's brother. Okay, Ada's brother is getting moody. Interesting thought. I don't have to have, I only have to have fluid coming in.
Okay.
Okay.
Mandarin.
Are you having a hard time, Robert? All right. I think I know how I'm going to approach this. Logistically, I need splitter, and I need it to go into the machine.
Robert GPT was repurposed from his original goal of organizing a database for bookstore. That was started to hate that.
Can you... If I put a...
Doc's deep in thought, so
Yeah.
I'm going to try not to disrupt him for a bit.
If I put one on here like this and pushed it up to, you know, the level that I need to for here,
Okay.
can I put, I think, that looks like about the right level. Okay. If I do that, can I put a splitter down here on this side of it? No, it will not let me. Wait a minute. Nope, it won't let me put it on splitter on this end. It'll let me put the splitter on that end or along here. I'll just have to provide some separation. That's fine. I'll just provide some separation because it won't let me go below below there. Okay, then I'll just do it that way. See if it works.
Hey, Men with No Plan. Good to see you again. '98 says, "Ask us nicely, AI Robert, and we might stop." So, Cordman, I did see your offer for your caramel macchiato. If we ever visit Washington State again, I hope to go back to Washington at some point and visit it again. I hope I'm not too terribly disappointed with my old memories not holding up. But I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'm sure I would enjoy visiting the place again. And Raxus says, "Oh, we have a new version. It's Robert AI. It's not Robert. It's Robert I.
Robertia.
Yeah, has been exposed to too many Mercer spheres. Great. Yeah.
Okay, so if I need 5 to process, let's see what the throughput is right now. It's down to 46 items per minute.
Okay. I'll have to wonder if you're run out of something over there that's causing that, because that's really, really low.
Yeah. I'm going to build it as though it's 100, which means I need 5 of these unpackagers, and then I can feed them into how many of these machines? 60 per minute, 2 of these machines.
I have to say, I am extremely tired today. I'm supposed to be working at the moment. I'm really struggling to do anything.
And he wasn't even wiring over the weekend.
No, it just good old not enough sleep.
What's ridiculous?
I'm
What I'm
sorry.
doing?
Whoever it was who brought up keyboards earlier has got me looking at keyboards. You want to see the most ridiculous keyboard I've ever seen?
Okay.
It's a wrist-mounted keyboard. Take a look at the screen.
A wrist-mounted keyboard. Okay. That's quite a lot of hardware just to get keys out of your fingers.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Quite utterly ridiculous.
And they've got a Logitech flat keyboard right beside it.
Right next to it. Yep. Totally normal keyboard that they actually use. Although they have a 3D connection space mouse there too, which I would love to have. And a little MX Master mouse, which is excellent. Man with No Plan says might be a cool attachment for like a VR chat sort of game.
Okay.
Sure.
What? You gotta really be kidding me. Please.
Try a different build mode.
Okay.
Hey, you got it. Little kids asking for what would you recommend to name a train station if he's transporting different items to the same train?
Just name it something that's logical that you can, how do I say it? Logical that you can understand and function with afterwards. You know, you.
There's my idea for a train name. Train station 01, very important, do not delete. You'll always remember what's in it, don't worry.
Like this train station it's train station 1 at the main plant. The train station on the other end of this particular one, this one's generic in case I want to repurpose it and have other things coming into it. So I don't want it just to say it's oil residue or it's plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
I've got 3 different products coming in here. So I'm building this basically to be a name. I'm probably going to have several train stations here. Then on the other end, that's an oil field, and I've got residual oil products coming from it. So it's oil field 1, I believe is what I named it. And so I'll just remember that the first oil field I made was that one, and that's
Okay.
what will come to it. So that's the way I have named them. Okay. Let's see. See, this isn't going to work. There's no way this is going to work.
Nope.
Okay. And now I just bring this one out straight from there and put it up same level as that. That ought to work. Yes. The point was that there was no way to get a pipeline junction onto it. Why is it telling me? Okay. No way to get a pipeline junction onto it and hook up a pipe to it. Okay. Now I just need to connect a pipe to those, and they'll start filling filling the pipe up. And frankly, it's all going to be level or going downhill a bit, so we're not going to have to worry about it having head lift problems. And we'll just bring this one over here. We will put it on the ground and point it going in that way. And
A couple people are noting that, you could get yourself quite a bit more space here. You don't have to things in nearly so tightly.
you're right. If it's too curved to put a... Anyway, it won't be. Okay, and let's put a pipe on there. Okay. So, these, as soon as they have power hooked up to them, ought to start receiving the oil and start making fuel. And I'm probably just going to put those in a fuel buffer because it's not enough really to worry about making anything other than that. Actually, probably just package it, make a container. Yeah, I'll package it, make a container, and use it for my jetpack. All right, I have power lines going right overhead, so how close is that? It's not too far away. Okay, good. I'll pull my power line from the power tower over there. Robert's getting really quiet. Have you noticed that?
I'm sorry.
He's plotting against all of you who have talked
No.
ill of his personality.
Messiah has asked, what would you want to have in an expansion or in Satisfactory 2?
I would love to see them allow us to go underwater or into space. Now, space doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense with the storyline that we're talking about. They brought their space station. You're filling up their space station so you can take it back to Earth and save the kittens and puppies. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that you could go into space unless they want you to start harvesting asteroids or something. But it does make a whole lot of sense to go underwater because there's plenty of lakes and oceans around that we should be able to exploit and make stations underwater and get resources from underwater. So I would like to see an underwater expansion. Subnautica meets Satisfactory, that type of thing.
Men with No Plan asks, would you count nuclear pasta as a descendant from the modular frame tree?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just another type of frame.
Raxus, I do play Satisfactory. In this world, this is his Doc solo world where he plays without me. But I've played with him in just about every other world he's done. A little bit in the update 8 where he started. And the Gigafactory world, I put in just probably like 80% of the hours that he puts in, I put in. Something like that. I play with him most days when he's on the Gigafactory.
Yep.
So. Cruz says, no space. I'm still mad that Factorio ruined all the overhaul mods. Huh.
Ooh. Mad that Factorial ruined all the overhaul mods. What were they?
So generally an overhaul mod is takes the base core gameplay, but then rewrites whole sections of it, like gives you a completely new map or completely new area. So I haven't played any overhaul mods with Factorio, But I can imagine people had their own mods that did space differently than
Then the way they implemented
the
the
way they
space
implemented
mod
it. Yeah.
or their space update.
Right.
Interesting, interesting. I didn't realize that there was a thing called an overhaul mod. It's just a class of mods, obviously, right?
Yeah. Overhaul mods are a lot harder to make, and they're... Yeah. But they're a lot more involved and allow you to play the same game that you enjoy very differently.
And I'm just really now getting into has it already turned off?
It's hard to pull up fuel.
48 is the stack size?
That's how much it was able to make before it stopped.
My.
Stack size is 50, but it makes 4 at a time, so it starts at 40.
Okay, so... Okay, how many packagers does it take to package the amount of fuel that's coming into here?
Are you going to package it or just put it directly into
Yeah,
a
I'm
power
just going to
plant?
package it and make it into regular fuel and use it for my jetpack.
Oh.
There's not enough fuel here to really... There's not really enough fuel being made here to legitimately make an oil or a fuel-based generator. What do you think?
I think you could easily do that, actually. What's your power at?
What's my power at?
Yeah.
You mean, do I need more power? Right now, my total consumption is way up here versus what I'm producing here, and what I'm actually using is way down here. So,
Okay.
you know, I like to see this blue line below the gray and black. So yes, I need more power. I do need to upgrade, but I think I need to find a better oil field. I mean,
Sure.
I exploited 2 normal. Actually, I think it was 3 normals, or 2 normal and 1 impure over there. So just there wasn't much oil coming out of there, and I've used it mostly for plastic and rubber.
Yeah.
So I'd like to leave it at that,
Okay.
and
well,
and actually go exploit another oil field. So, these waterfalls just run. There must be pumps under somewhere,
there's
because
got to be something.
yeah, because there's no glaciers up here to be melting off or anything,
And it's in a desert.
and it's in a desert. So go figure.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense. It's an alien world, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think making turbo fuel out of it for your jetpack's great.
Okay, so I have to add coal to it to make turbo, or I may have to make compacted coal to make it turbo.
Compacted coal. Which, you're close enough to a lot of coal, so...
Yeah,
Or you could just make it into fuel as it is. I mean...
I'll make it into fuel first, and package it, and go from there. As a first step.
Okay, so Chingo had some thoughts on the expansion for Satisfactory. Says, I agree with the underwater option, but what about underground? And then instead of space, they can allow us to build like a teleport device. We can already build one for the world we're on, to go to another world that Fixit has discovered, and has no means to get there. But the world that they allow us to discover, to get there, we can only transfer items back to this world and not resetting any new base or elevator on the new world.
Okay. Okay. Well, what about underground? Then instead of space, well, teleport device, we can already build teleport device the world we're on. We go to another world that Fixes has discovered, but has no means to get there. But the world that we are on allows us to discover ways to. Oh, so you're talking more of a. Oh, what's that teleport device that they just discovered? That,
Yeah, the portal. Yeah.
Not no. where they went from world to world.
Stargate?
Stargate, kind of a Stargate sort of idea.
Sure.
That would be cool. The planet's core would be cool. Yeah, Stargate. Yeah. Interplanetary thing. Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I like underwater because it provides new gameplay challenges.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to generate oxygen. You have to deal with water pressure, stuff like that, compression and decompression, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I think space does a lot the same thing, except in my mind, there's a lot of common problems with space where it's just you're in a random vast void, and then there's a couple of asteroids, which,
Look at this. Why is it deciding to go clear out there?
does a scroll wheel change anything?
Nope, it doesn't.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Anyway, I think I'll just change the mode here and...
Status Subnautica Factory. Oh,
Status Subnautica Factory.
for the underwater. Yeah. Status Nautica, Subnautica Factory.
Okay, now let's see what this does to it.
They were very specific to talk about how this is a curated world, a curated map they've built, and they didn't want to go in the route of randomly generated anything because they wanted a very specific, well-tuned experience, and I think they're doing a great job with this map. And I would have a hard time thinking that they would go for something like space where it's more just floating in the void with random locations.
Yeah.
That just doesn't feel to me like it fits their aesthetic. But Mantrid says, I like how they did it in the Planet Crafter Moon update, where you could travel to different planets and moons in the same system with different resources and technologies to unlock. Mm-hmm. You can automate resources and items between planets.
Yeah, that sounds pretty ambitious to me.
Yeah, a lot of other miniature maps you can do stuff on.
Yeah. 12:37? Gosh, I've got to get going. I'm almost done for the day. I don't want to be done for the day, Robert. All right. Conveyor. Oh, come on. Really? Did I really do that?
You really did.
See,
You
I always
really
have to
done
build
did
these
it.
things twice. Always have to build these stupid things twice. Wait a minute. Splitter, that's why I had a problem. I don't want a splitter. I want a merger. That's why it didn't work.
Chingo says, I don't think that they want to deal with space in general. Most video game companies don't care for trying to manipulate the object of space due to lack of information when we have to make it as real as possible. Yeah. It's like, I enjoy the game a lot. A lot of people talk about how they hit a certain level of complexity and it's too much. For me, right there, the final phase, it's possible. It's just, and I could do it one by one, but I don't really hold it all in my head at once. And therefore, I don't feel like I'm really mastering it. I'm just following a plan. So I kind of, it kind of loses me a little bit at that complexity level. So if they continue to expand the system, I want them to expand it laterally, not vertically. I want to see...
Okay. Now I did this deliberately this way.
I want to see more content, not just more complexity.
Right. Exactly. You know, I don't want it to be more complex just for the sake of complexity. Just making it more difficult isn't necessarily fun. You know, making things more challenging, but in a way that's approachable and teachable is, I think, a better option. Okay, so this packager, we want to package fuel, packaged fuel. Okay. And we've got empty canisters that we need to bring over here.
Okay. So Robert, do you still call him Doc outside of stream? Usually not, but Dad and Doc are so close together
That it has happened.
that it does happen, and I just laugh about it. You know, yeah. He's also been so proud of being a doctor. It's like that became part of his identity when he became a doctor immediately. And so, you know, it just Mark has a good idea. He says expand the map towards the ocean below the land area with the ability to mine underground and underwater, meaning you can cause subduction from allowing water to engulf your satisfactory builds, meaning earthquakes and tremors can affect your world.
Okay,
That'd be interesting.
that would be not very fun. All of a sudden, you've got more dangers to deal with.
And Samuel last name is here, says howdy Doc and Co.
Hi. Glad you can make it before the end of the stream. And you know, you might want to go ahead and make the announcement about the
Subathon.
Subathon again.
So everybody, we're gonna have a little bit more details coming soon, but the Subathon is gonna be happening September 8th. That's 2 weeks from today, September 8th, starting at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So it's going to start an hour earlier than our normal streams on starting September 8th. We're going to go up to 12 hours on Monday, and we will resume Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Again, early day. An additional will go again as long as you guys wish, and we'll continue repeating that if you guys go absolutely insane.
Yeah.
We have a schedule we're putting together. We're gonna be kind of basically changing games every couple of hours, doing special activities. We're gonna have a members only activity to be doing on the server. We're gonna be playing some Minecraft. It's still gonna be mostly Satisfactory through the 2 days, of course. We're gonna be working on pretty much every one of Doc's worlds, and there's gonna be some challenges and stuff that happened. I worked out with Garrett that we're going to be. Garrett and I are both going to be having a bit of a contest during the stream at one point. And the punishment, of course, is lots of hot foods. So. And Megalith asked, Robert, are you choosing times where I'm just busy? I really don't want to. I'm really not trying to.
Okay. Explore that one a little bit. I want to understand what he means by that.
My gosh, I hate cats.
What's happening?
Callie decided just to leap up and grab my leg with her claws and claw her way up.
Callie doesn't normally do that. What's going on?
She just did.
Like I said, doesn't usually do that. Look at this splashing fuel up here. It's a sloppy machine.
It's a sloppy machine. So September 8th, starting at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's U.S. time. Okay. When does it happen? And is it only Twitch? No, YouTube will be there as well. So this will be including any sort of YouTube members, as well as super chats, whatever on YouTube side, as well as on Twitch side. All of those will contribute to the timer and contribute to the activities that we're going to be doing. We will be playing Dune a little bit, at least for about an hour and a half. Doc's going to be enjoying that, thanks to Gondelgrim, who purchased that game for a little bit.
Yep. And yeah, and from what I understand, it's you just have to try not to get eaten by the sandworm.
Yeah, don't go out on the open dunes.
So I'll be trying not to get eaten by the sandworm.
Okay, Mark. On YouTube, things work a little bit different. On YouTube, we're looking for, they call them members as opposed to subscribers. It should appear near where the subscription button is. Oh, sometimes they now are testing a subscribe and they put a plus symbol there, and you click the plus, and then it'll send you to membership. But that's we would love it if anybody would want to subscribe today. But those last for a month, and the subathon's happening in 2 weeks. So donations also count. Donated subs and memberships also count. Basically, any one of the forms is there. And one of our big hopes is that we will also have our web store running at the time with the first batches of some fun merchandise to be available. So Messiah's Callie is Doc's cat.
Mm-hmm.
Who believes that I'm a friend.
And this is Callie.
There she is.
She's my little calico. She's going to turn a year old in September. Her mittens, her
litter
mates, passed away a little while ago. She had a procedure at a veterinary hospital, and then she got sick from that, and didn't continue. So.
Cornman says that Callie's going to separate from the United States. Let them try.
Well,
Cornman says Robert or Garrett drinks a bottle of vanilla extract on stream,
yeah.
while the other one has to drink lemon extract. Oof. Mantrid says, I'm very, very allergic to cats, and my friend's cats adore me.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh, come on. I didn't want to come down here.
No, we're gonna find some super hot jerky or hot sauce or something like that for us to take, and we're gonna play a party game where every time you lose a match, you have to eat more. We're gonna do that for kind of like give Doc a bit of a lunch break. So yeah, we're gonna have lots of fun. Hope you guys can be there and just hang out with us and chat and.
Yep.
My gosh.
Wow. You saw that too, huh?
Yeah. Normally, it sloshes a little bit, but.
Yeah, but that time it totally disconnected and blew it all out here. Crazy.
The one chip challenge? Ooh. See, that's evil. I would do the one chip challenge. I don't think Garrett should do the one chip challenge.
What's the one chip challenge? You can't eat just one?
No. It's the opposite of this. Let me show it up on stream. There's a bunch of different versions apparently, but it's a package with a single chip in it. It's just a single chip.
Okay.
Okay. But it's super incredibly hot. Yeah, you can see it's just covered in pepper. It's not tasty. It's not good. Nobody likes it. But it's just insanely hot. Oh, but don't worry. It is vegan and vegetarian.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
And Mark Griffin just became a member. Thank you. Awesome.
All right. Fantastic. Okay. Well. 10 minutes till the end. And we have 67 people watching us today. School must
Cool.
have started.
Yeah, for some people.
Yeah. All
Oh,
those school kids who were watching us are, in the US anyway, aren't able to watch now. Um, I need smart smart splitters on this because I need an overflow. Um, how do I unlock smart splitters? Is that a MAM unlock? We need to research that because I
smart
need smart
splitters? Yes,
splitters.
it is.
I need smart splitters in the worst way because this line right here, I'm unpackaging more than I'm packaging, and that's just the way things are at this point. But I'm going to back up my unpackagers because I can't get rid of my, packages if I can't have a splitter of some sort. So I think I may end up just putting a splitter on here, right here, just to, send half. I don't know, because I've got 5 unpackagers and 2 packagers. And I don't want to back up the whole system. So, anyway. Good. That's a good way to... I'll just put a splitter over here. Just a little bit. There we go. Reconnect this line to there. And reconnect this to there. I'll replace this splitter with a smart splitter a little bit later. Special and sync. Okay. And okay. And now I just need to power that up. And okay. And that will at least, because it looks like I've got more packages being unpackaged than half. More than half. Okay. Well, that got that line going. We'll see how this continues to progress.
Okay.
Because that's working quite effectively. Okay. Eventually, if my packagers were in fact getting backed up, there we go. Now they've unloaded all theirs, and now we'll have to see how it does over here, whether it's getting enough, and it's not. It's not quite getting enough packages. You can see that by the fact that the lane's getting shorter. It's not keeping full. And that's where you would need a smart splitter. Okay. Well, at least it's processing all of the packages and unpackaging everything. The fact that I can't get enough packages to package all of the fuel here is going to back things up a bit. Okay. Okay. Slowly building up, slowly building up. Now I just have to look at my thing here and tell it that I'm going to use, by default, packaged fuel instead of the preferred. Now I've said packaged fuel instead of solid biofuel was my preferred. I'll go ahead and grab another container here. Much better, much better. Okay. I still have more fuel unloading than what I'm being able to process at the moment, but oh well.
Okay.
And see, this is sloshing purple stuff, where this one sloshes yellow stuff. That's too funny. Okay. Well, it's functioning at least at this level. I'm going to just not worry about it much more than that at the moment. And now I've got plastic and rubber to move on and do the next phases of things. I'm going to go get frames. I'm going to go get cable. I'm going to go see, have I made a motor line yet? Do you remember if I made a motor line over here?
I don't know.
Well, I've got stators going into something, and let's see what else I've got going into something here. Stators and cable. To see what I'm building here. Okay, so that's the automated wiring. Okay. Boy, do I have a lot of conveyors to update. I have it. Oh, look at this. Look at that.
Nice. You do.
I do. And I need to, if I don't have it already. Yeah, and it even has a depot on the top.
We have hello from Russia with love, Doc.
Already. Oh.
And if you could tell us a way of saying your name using oh, come on. My brain is obviously not working. Our standard alphabet.
Yeah.
Whatever the name of our alphabet is. Love to know your name and how to pronounce it a little better.
Yeah.
Messiah says, I feel like the game should have stuff spilling and getting your factories dirty. And at that point, you can go ahead and announce the Power Wash Simulator crossover.
Power Wash Simulator crossover. Okay. I'm a little lost there.
Power Wash Simulator is a game where you power wash houses.
Okay.
And it's a game, and it was popular for a while. And there are so many games that are just, let's simulate doing blue-collar work.
Okay.
And they get pretty good, you know? Good reviews. People enjoy them. Is it just the Latin alphabet? No, it's got a more... Maybe it is. I think my brain's just shut off for the day.
Robert.
Yeah, it's just the Latin alphabet. I guess. Sure.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the train station, get some plastic.
Yeah, and Euro Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator, yeah. Because of...
And I need 400 of those. And
I've been playing TCG Shop Simulator, which has been fun.
TCG, what's that?
Trading card game shop simulator. You just run a little retail shop selling trading cards.
Okay. You set your own prices and try to gouge people?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you set your prices. You have places where you can buy the products wholesale, and You have to pay the licensing fees, and you buy the products, you sell them, you lay out your own store. You know, the only annoying thing, and unfortunately it's too real, people come in with bad body odor. Cyrillic, that's the word. Well, that's the kind of alphabet
That's
you
the
use.
Russian. Yeah.
Cyrillic alphabet. But so how do you say your name using the Latin alphabet then? Or is there an approximation at least for us? And most importantly, you buy packs and open them yourself. Yes.
Well, that was the neat thing about owning the bookstores.
Yeah. Having all the books yourself.
Some of the books didn't end up making it on the shelf.
Uh-huh. A lot of the books. You can, and you expand into selling comic books and deck boxes and play mats and, a whole bunch of other stuff. And we have a first-time chat from the White Ranger. Doc, can
Okay.
you use your influence to convince Coffee Stain to show Power Grid on the map?
To show the power grid on the map. Now that's an idea.
Yeah.
Definitely an idea whose time should have come a long time ago. Power grid on the map.
Maxim? It looks like the name's close enough to like Maxim or Max. Okay, cool. Well, good to have you here, Max.
Definitely. All right, how much cable do I have in here? Did I miss it? Oh, come on, cable. There's 400. Wow. I'm gonna have to wait for cable.
Sean says, it's a funny observation that we have so many games to simulate blue-collar work when we really need people to do blue-collar work.
Yeah, so true.
Well, sitting at your desk, in your house, is a whole lot more comfy than going out there and hauling stuff around.
Yeah, that's true. Look at this interesting animation problem. Right where my cursor is.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of stuttering.
Uh-huh.
A phonetic spelling. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Gosh, I hate making. So it's the time's far spent. It's 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
And Robert's tired. He needs to get onto a short that he needs to get for tomorrow. He's tired already, and so he's going to be working hard today. I need to go change clothes and get out there and get a few electrical outlets put together and get some light fixtures ready to be put up. So I'll be hopefully finishing that up today. I'd really like it if it was finished today. I noticed somebody says, "Hi, Doc," Jake Goding. Nice that you came right at the end, unfortunately. Maxim. Okay. It's what Google Translate gave Dr. Jumba. The okay, Droomba. Okay.
The DJ Roomba.
DJ Roomba. Roombas do DJ work? Interesting. Okay. Anyway, so we're heading towards the end of the stream. And I do have to go, but I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, our usual time. And remember, 2 weeks from now, that's Subathon, and we'll hopefully have everything together for that as well. So look forward to seeing you then. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.